come out recently.
Legit wonderful.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't enjoy yourself. You're only allowing these people to just make more of this with this secret Saiyan who's stronger than freaking SS Blue Vegito.
Cool.
And he's just in the shadows and never mentioned and in his secret prison.
Cool. Cool.
This is what we're getting.
Yep. But people recognize it's a fun joke fluff. Who gives a shit? As opposed to, here's Jiren, the greatest villain I've ever seen.
But he is, though.
Cool. Yep. Get in there.
That sounds like a very similar to reaction that you just had about Dragon Ball Heroes, though, so I'm confused.
No. I was talking, DA showed me another Heroes thing, and I'm just like, cool. No. Super is trash.
There's the tenors of BG's cools that you have to like really listen for the subtlety. Cool is like, yeah, he's okay with it. Cool is he's pissed off at it.
We in there. Trunks and Vegeta's fuse. Cool. Get in there.
Jiren?
Yep. No.
Anything Jiren is like, nah. My girl Belle took me straight to the top.
Why am I not surprised, Belle?
They weren't ready for it.
You almost lost to a Ganon.
You don't. That's the story of my life.
You're almost losing to a Ganon?
Almost losing the Ganon. Because if you, no matter who you are, you're always one hit away from almost losing to a Ganon. It's not fair.
Is Ganon really?
I'm just imagining like just milestone moments of your life, like graduating high school. You almost failed. It's just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Go to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick, just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking
So dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint. That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sick.
keep willing out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
He's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
So they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It is
it's
all
amazing.
it is.
Can we talk about Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's the, you know. That was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing. And then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh, did you
The
see
accent
the
is the thing.
Uh-huh.
Reddit, the Reddit stuff?
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and
Oh, great.
micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, and the people would go, so where are the animals going to be placed? Because we need to know where Downey's going to be standing so we can place the animals there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 205.
Oh, Mike, I'm about to run to the store real quick.
Okay. You
hold
know
it down for a
what? Now
second.
that we've actually started the episode, let's delay it for 2 more hours.
You know what? That makes so much sense. And I'm sorry I sprung this on you at the last possible second.
At least, you know what? I'll forgive you just this once. But if you do it about 8 more times, then I'll be pissed.
Yeah, because I know this is kind of habitual for me, but I promise I'm not doing this on purpose or anything. It just happens that I just need to run somewhere real quick. Just give me like 47 minutes or so.
But tell me it's going to be 5 minutes, though.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Dumb me. I was trying to spare your feeling because it's actually going to be about 5 hours.
Fucking Ralph! So, literally, we were talking earlier today, like, hey, what time do we want to cast? Ralph was like, oh, I'm going to be making dinner at 7 or something. I forget the exact reasoning. So we're like, all right. And then I believe he was the one who suggested 8, right?
Yep, he was.
Yep.
He said 8 work.
Mm-hmm. He's like, does 8 p.m. work? And I'm like, 8 p.m. works. It's like, all right, 8 p.m. Get all the stuff all put together, yada yada. Get the stream set up. I start streaming roughly like 7:53-ish, around there. 7:54. I'm just sitting here. I just hear bzz, bzz from my phone, and immediately I'm just like, fucking Ralph. Before I even check, look at it. He's like, hey, gonna be late. Should be delayed till 8:30.
What is he doing? 2 minutes before the cast. What is he, a coke addict?
And I like how DA, who even warned us when we made this time, was like, hey, might be late because of work, like 5 hours ago. He's here.
He was 2 minutes late. Like if you didn't know he was late, you'd just be like, okay, DA's just kind of quiet right now.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't even know.
Oh boy. So did he walk in during that bit?
Yeah. Right when you said fucking Ralph, that's when he put his headphones on.
Okay. Lovely. All right. So this is going to be our best and worst of 2020 episode for TV, music, games, television, and anything else that we want to mention.
Yeah, because TV and television are two different things.
What did I meant to say? What did I mean to say? Video games?
You said TV, video games, music, television.
Oh, film. Which really, film and TV were basically the same thing this year, let's be real.
Yeah, I realized that my media was way more spread out than usual because I have a lot of albums. Like I even had to do like honorable mentions of the albums, my top albums.
Mm-hmm.
My gaming was way down, my movies was way down, and my TV was actually up. So yeah, my stuff has been real topsy-turvy from where it usually is because I'm usually heavy gaming, heavy movies, no music, no TV.
My games went up, obviously.
Yeah, my games are about the same, but like I think for all of us, movies just took a cliff dive.
Oh yeah, I couldn't go to a theater, so I was just like, eh.
The last movie I'll ever see in theaters was Sonic.
Same here.
Hey,
They're never coming back. I don't know why they fronting.
I was just thinking about what was the last movie I saw, and it was either Birds of Prey or Fantasy Island.
Ooh. Dude, better than Cats, because it could have been Cats.
But at least Cats gave me joy.
No, it would have been the Rise of Skywalker, because we saw that after Cats.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have
That would
enjoyed
have been
that.
a rough day.
I'm just looking for like 2023 to be back in
There
in
you
the
go.
seat comfortable.
Mm-hmm. So
You know, we would be good if these pieces of crap would just wear
Living
their mask.
garbage.
oh yes. As a
Living
reminder, Black Lives Matter, and as BG says, wear your fucking mask.
I'm so sick of it. Why? When will people understand this?
And I'm so tired of the "I'm smarter than you guys" people that are just like the vaccine. So go ahead.
Oh no.
There was a report that came out recently that over in England or something, UK, India, somewhere around there, that 19 people had died due to the vaccine. And people are just like, this vaccine is dangerous. You guys shouldn't be doing it, blah, blah, blah. So I actually sat there and read the article. And it said that the 19 people that died, or it was 13 people that had died were all over 80 nursing home students, because some of the side effects of getting the vaccine is nausea, fever, cold, blah, blah, blah. And their bodies could not take that, and it contributed to their death. So doctors just had to reevaluate who should get the vaccine, because before it was super elderly people went to the front of the line, but seeing that their bodies might not be able to take the side effect, they're scaling that number down to a little bit earlier age. That's all it was.
That's good information.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just like this sensational headline.
Mm-hmm. You know how you know this headline was sensational? In the article it said 13 people died. In the headline it said 23.
Of course.
No, but what I was gonna say was during the whole impeach Trump thing, where just Democrats and Republicans just coming up and just giving their 2 cents.
Dude, you should have seen DA. He was like a kid on Christmas. He was just listening to these people like, this is incredible.
I am not a big politics guy, but just seeing these people, the 2 most funny things were seeing people just dance around. One of the dudes came up straight up just like, yeah, he said we're gonna fight like heck, but he was clearly being hyperbolic. And just dropped the mic and walked away. And just seeing old minority people just like, what are we doing here? This is the stupidest thing. They're either like, this is the stupidest thing, what the are we doing here? Or they'll tell like this long-winded story. They'll be like, my grandmama told my mama all about, there's only one thing that a caterpillar can't lift, and that's itself. Don't be like the caterpillar. We should lift ourselves up. And it's like, where are they going? It's like, your time is up. And the caterpillar and Caterpillar.
Okay.
I got a lot. I've been talking all day. My goodness.
All right.
Leave me alone. But yeah, those were my 2 favorite things. Just seeing those 2 things. But where I was going with that was this one, obviously Republican, not saying much about that. You know, he just comes up there, mask just all nowhere near his nose. I'm like, dude, honestly. Everybody else is doing the right thing, but this dude, he might as well have it as an eye patch as far as away from his nose.
When they got ushered into that panic room or whatever it was during the attempted siege of the Capitol building, there were several Republicans just like, I'm not wearing a mask, period. I don't care. And one of the people that were in there tested positive for COVID.
I wonder why.
And some of the Democrats that were in that room have caught the disease.
Mm-hmm. Terrible.
And speaking of people being stupid and not knowing what the hell they're talking about, is Rand Paul, who I've never liked, and he is a air quotes doctor, but I believe it's like psychology.
Dr. Bill Cosby.
It's like nothing in relation to pandemic,
the medical
diseases,
practice,
epidemiology. He's just like, oh, as soon as you get the vaccine, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. Just throw it away. You might as well throw it away.
Good.
And
Good.
fucking
It's
people.
It's
like
what?
3 people that watch this podcast. Maybe you spread it to like hundreds of thousands. I don't know. Just because you get the vaccine, all that means is you don't get sick. Air quotes, like you feel like shit. You still can catch and spread the virus. It just doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it's within your body.
and you can still spread it.
A vaccine doesn't kill the virus, DA. What was that?
Somebody replied to it.
Oh, more crap from Revisited. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, it doesn't kill the virus. It just stops you from feeling the effects of it. You can
And
still spread it.
V-Man
You can still
is-
kill people.
V-Man is one of the people that took the vaccine, and he said the side effects are moderate at best. Yeah, that's what it is. You know, old people, they feel that moderate, and it becomes extremely severe because they're so old. Like, just get the vaccine, people. It's not going to kill you. It's going to help save you and others.
So yeah.
Oh, I hate Americans.
It's ridiculous.
America is the dumbest country in the world.
We're getting
Because
up there.
we have
Legitimately getting up there.
Yeah, we have so many avenues to be smart, to get information for our
all
freedom.
the opportunities in the world and just not taking advantage of
And
it
here
at
we
all.
are with a large amount of people going, I'm not wearing a mask because what else? They just want to feel like they're smarter.
It's ridiculous.
This mother looking dead in the camera and going, I would like to ask for a pardon from the President of the United States for my siege on the Capitol.
So many. Thankfully, there's some air quotes around this. Thankfully, many of the people that were involved with that are getting arrested. The stupid thing is that
And fired.
They
these
are
conservative
going
and fired.
down.
These conservative think groups and think tanks are basically crowdsourcing bail for all these people, which is stupid. But
The dumbest.
but
Guess what? You're going to jail. Did it?
that is a fear, though, is that Trump might actually do that. He might
Nope.
pardon these people.
Not even close. I can tell you 2 reasons why. One, it does not help him in any way, shape, or form. The reason he was pardoning all those other people is because he could go, you are a powerful person and you will owe me for this. What are these people going to owe him? 2, he said that I did not incite that siege on the Capitol. So if you pardon these people, it looks like you did because you're forgiving them for what they did. So it looks like you endorse it. He is not pardoning a single person, period.
I want him to pardon himself.
If he could, he would,
That
but he
would be the
cannot.
hypest thing.
I pardon you. It's just a mirror.
It's that mean picture of Obama putting the medal on Obama.
So yeah, no, they're not getting pardoned, period.
Okay. I hope so.
There's no hope. It's not happening.
Well, you didn't have to get so real.
Oh,
There's no hope for anything.
No, we got some hope around the corner. You know, all these people crying on Twitter about potentially the minimum wage raising.
Legitimate baby. Why not give more people more money?
And they act like that money is just going to go in people's pockets and they're never going to spend it.
One of the... It's that people are saying like, oh, Big Macs are going to go up by $12, which in states where it has gone up to $15, it hasn't. In countries where the minimum wage is way more, it hasn't. So
I think in Denmark, they're at $22 minimum wage, and Big Macs are like 40 cents more.
40 cents less. It actually costs less.
So that argument's bullshit. The one image that I've seen is like of a McDonald's with the touchscreens. It's like, this is the future of minimum wage. No, that is today where minimum wage is at $7.25. It's already happening, so shut the fuck up.
And it's so funny that all these they're like, you know, all these industries are gonna cost more. We're gonna have to buy more. Everything's gonna cost a little bit more or a lot bit more. But all these have gone up in price, and minimum wage has not raised. Like, look at a bag of chips from like 10 years ago, $1 bag of chips. They're now $1.89, and they're basically like twice as big as the old 25-cent bag.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting less, you're paying more, and the minimum wage has not gone up.
Yep. And at the end of the day, too, like a lot of these talking points, it's like one, CEOs and the people that are making money right now are laughing to themselves because we're still fighting about this. And B, like this just stems from like a lot of people. It's like, well, I'm a teacher, or it's like, I think most of the time it's people arguing on the behalf of teachers. Again, heavy air quotes. Where it's like a teacher makes this much. If the minimum wage gets put up to $15, they'll make as much as teachers. Do you want a burger flipper making as much as teachers? And the bottom line of that is just like, do you want people to keep suffering, or do you want people to thrive? Do you
A better
relish in their
question
suffering?
is, why are teachers getting paid so little?
Exactly.
Pay teachers more. How about that? That's
How about
also
that?
good.
Why isn't that an option?
Literally, why are people against paying people more money? It's ridiculous. There's no downsides.
And someone put
It's the potential for downsides, and they're scared of it.
and some people too. It's like they're like, oh, these like low skill jobs or unskilled jobs. The thing about these air quotes low skill / unskilled jobs. So take me, for example, software developer, doing very well. My job basically lets me just kind of take some mental breaks here and there. Walk away from the computer, take a 10-15 minute break, just like at my leisure. Obviously there's meetings or whatever, but like I have a lot of freedom to how to spend my day. A retail job at like a Kmart, Walmart, Target, whatever, a fast food
Maximum
job, you
stress.
are just
Maximum.
nonstop moving.
Yeah,
you're
sit down
dealing-
and look how you get yelled at.
And you're dealing with the scum of humanity.
It's everybody should work fast food or waiting jobs for
Some type of service industry.
something.
Absolutely.
Just and then they'd be like, oh yeah, give them 20 an hour, because that was soul crushing doing that. It was-
I had an idea for a TV show when your mind wanders, you're just like, this would be an interesting TV show. Something like Undercover Boss, but it's not actually Undercover Boss. What you do is you give somebody an apartment, a 1-2 bedroom apartment. You give them $500 to start with, and you give them a job at one of these companies, and you go survive for a year.
Budget, manage your, see how much, see what kind of food you eating,
See what type of
try
life
to go
you
to
have.
wholesale with that budget.
And I would love to see that.
I saw something like that where it's like a Twitter person. It's like someone on Twitter was just like, oh, like at 33,000, or no, it was like minimum wage, where it's like, oh, with minimum wage you should be making this amount. So if you just budget correctly and have like an $850 rent apartment or whatever, and yada yada this, you'll be able to save money by the end of the year. Not, and like someone immediately was like, all right, first of all, you got the, like, I think he's like, it's like you're making like 19,000 a year. It's like, one, your math is wrong. It's about 14,000 a year before taxes, and we're not even going to count that. So then they're like, all right, let's say we're generous and say you do find an $850 rent apartment, which in a large part of this country is impossible.
We had there across the street from one of the bus stops was like a studio apartment for $400, rat and roach infested, just complete trash.
Yes. So like that's
And
the
a
other
terrible neighborhood.
Yeah, that's the other half of it. It's like, oh, it's like you just need to live somewhere cheap. Sure, if you want to get stabbed. So like, finding a place for roughly that amount of money, you're either going to live in a shitty neighborhood, or it's going to be like shit, or if you just live in a part of the country where that doesn't happen, then just move across the country. Sure, uplift your life. And then they get into electric, food, like everything else, gas,
Transportation.
and
leisure.
they couldn't even make it to bills. After groceries, your rent, and I want to say gas and maybe something else. They
And
were
this
out
is
of money.
even talking about, you're looking at something like car insurance, which in Michigan is like $200-$300.
And so it's like even before taxes, they're already out of money. And B, basically 99.9% of minimum wage jobs aren't full time. You're not guaranteed. So the number you're
The
using
hours.
is already wrong because you might not even be getting that amount of hours to necessitate that end of year salary. But based
On top of that,
vacation.
no type of benefits, nothing.
Yeah. So and then that's the other thing.
So you're paying for health care and all this and other stuff.
It's like, okay, that assumes you're healthy and in working condition the entire year. With no
or there's no
vacations or
type
anything.
of unexpected thing comes up. Like let's say you break your arm. Nothing happens.
Yeah. Like just these
Let's say your car breaks down.
$200-$300
$200-$300 to
Let's
fix.
say your
Yeah,
tooth
these
is
trust
jacked.
fund kids that are just like, oh, you just need to save and all that. It's like it is literally impossible.
America, it has a real mentality of pull yourself up by your bootstraps and you will make it. That is not true. People can work 17, 18-hour days and still not get a decent living. Don't you think that's ridiculous? Don't you think a person working 2 jobs can barely support a family of 3 people?
Yeah, I would never. I'm not programmed to say like, oh, just because I'm making this amount of money, other people at other like these air quotes low skilled jobs shouldn't be making this amount of money. That's
It's
wishing
insane
cruelty
to
on
people.
someone, and I can't do that.
I would just have to ask them why not.
And they'll give you the reasons. Things will go up in price because they're gonna have to pay workers more.
You're in the position of you're living up here, so you don't want other people to come up. So let's say somebody's making $20 an hour at Amazon, and they're like, I'm doing all this hard work. I don't want somebody flipping burgers to make it almost as much
I
as me.
literally saw this tweet.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, somebody was like, I don't want these low skilled people to be doing what I do at Amazon with my skill set. And it's like you're packing things.
But
Do
yeah,
you think that's high skill?
you making 20 an hour. What is another 30 cents for a milkshake? It's nothing. Who cares?
Are you gonna go to a place and go, this is raised 40 cents because all these Americans want decent living? And I'm mad about it because I gotta pay 40 more cents every time I come here. Because I gotta pay an extra $2 every time I come here.
It's apparently not worth people's lives.
And this is, honestly, this is coming from a place of extreme privilege from my end. I don't really care about price of things like groceries and like food and stuff like that. I don't really care. I don't care if it goes up. I don't care if it goes down. Like,
Just buy it.
and it's people that are making around what I make that are complaining about this shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to a grocery store and go, wow, oranges went up $1.20 because farmers wanted some more money. I'm gonna go, okay, cool. And I'm gonna buy me some oranges. It's an argument that I will never understand.
It's just psychotic, legitimate.
Yeah.
It's legit psychotic. It is because it's been like a psychological warfare of the lower to the middle class from all these high-end people that's just like, well, if we do this, we gotta. And now all these middle class-ish people have adopted this mindset where it's like, stay down there, lesser, stay down there, lower class. Because if you come up here, I might be slightly inconvenienced in my day-to-day life. Maybe the TV I was looking at goes up $80. That to me is not worth you having a decent living, a roof over your head, and food on your table after you worked 40 hours this week.
Insanity.
That's not worth it to me. So you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
America.
Fuck
It's just
yeah.
America.
Ah.
I mean, Americans are legitimately the most brainwashable people in the world.
I just retweeted this thing. I'm probably gonna post it on Facebook too. I don't know who this dude was, but he gave this like 9-minute spiel about basically the Republican Party not existing anymore. Based on current events. And it speaks to just like a lot of the stuff we've just been talking about. It's very good.
That might be worth a listen.
Yeah, I'd retweeted it if you want to see. But I'm gonna go through really quickly. We can talk about a few things we want while we're still waiting for Ralph. There has been quite a bit of news and things that have come out over the last couple of days before we get into our best and worst. First off, there are first look photos of the Mortal Kombat movie that just got released.
It looks good.
It does.
There's a character called Cole Young, which is a OC, an original character, and there was a leaked script like 7-8 months ago that mentioned somebody named Cole Turner at the time, but I guess they changed it to Young. So people are like, okay, yeah, that leaked script was real, and they're a little bit nervous, but whatever. It's the only reason they hate it is because Cole Young is very much like Johnny Cage, but people are also thinking that it's just like Johnny Cage going underground. So who knows?
Yeah.
But Liu Kang looked really good. Kung Lao looked really good.
Sub-Zero.
He got like a little baby face. I don't like Kong.
But Kong has always been on the younger side.
It's something about him.
The only one that people clowned was Steve Harvey Jax.
They need to clean that up right quick and in a hurry.
He really does. He really does.
Yeah, they need to clean that
mustache. My favorite image
up
was the
real
Sub-Zero
quick.
image. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this movie lives or dies by the Lin Kuei ninjas.
Yeah.
And
The Lin Kuei and the Shiro Ryu.
Yeah. And just from aesthetic. I remember I saw someone like tweeted or said something where it's like they're really glad that this movie got put in development hell for a while. That way they could see what the MCU did.
Mm-hmm.
Where they took, childish comic book characters and made serious and good, fun movies out of it.
Yeah.
So you can kind of you can still have the video game-ness. And I mean, Mortal Kombat is campy in a lot of different ways.
On top of that, they've seen that R works for these type of geeky things.
Yes.
So we didn't have the fear of another 2, 3, 4 PG-13 movies.
Mm-hmm. So yes.
Yeah.
Looks good. On the movie news and kind of going back to COVID, I just found this funny. Apparently, Tom Cruise right now, they're filming a Mission Impossible, right? I think that's what it was.
Yeah, the next one.
He has gotten so serious about COVID's protocol and security on his set that apparently that he has robots that wander around the set and just ask to test people.
Do they test people?
I don't know. It was just like a little snippet from IGN. I haven't looked into it further. I want to though. I'm just like, dude. That is awesome.
See, this is what
I want it to be like those robots that are in like Korean airports. That are like all happy. Or it's just like, hi there, would you like to be tested? Like
the only scary thing about this is Tom Cruise is a noted crazy.
Oh yeah.
And then all the anti-mask people are just like, look how crazy these mask people are.
Yeah, there is that.
That's the only thing scary about it. But yes, go for it, Tom. All that other craziness I'm not about, but any craziness to wear your mask and get tested, sure.
Yeah.
As long as you're not harming people, go for it.
We got WandaVision is started airing the first 2 episodes. I still need to watch them.
A lot of House of M stuff.
Yes, that's what I'm hearing. It's also, I guess, heavily based off of a comic run called The Visions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Evans is apparently in talks to return in some way. I was about to say as Cap, but that's still up in the air.
I can see him flashbacks or maybe filling in the blanks between, because he was there for everything apparently. So he might come in and fill in the blanks of him just sitting around looking outside like I'm not gonna help with that.
It's like flashbacks. Also, people are saying Skrull for Secret Invasion.
That'd be interesting.
I've seen a bunch of different rumors.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
So we got that. Lucasfilm announced Lucasfilm Games, which essentially is LucasArts, but not. I'm not sure why they didn't just rename it that. So EA has lost...
losing that disgusting license, and they're getting disgusted.
Yes, they've lost their exclusivity immediately after the Lucasfilm Games announcement. They announced an open world game, Star Wars game with Ubisoft, and a Bethesda studio, Machine Games, is making an Indiana Jones game. Which, sure.
Sure.
Like, Ubisoft is proven to be pretty darn good with open world games, so I'd be all for that, given the right.
Just EA not having it anymore is a blessing.
EA is still working on stuff, but it's just,
it's
not.
It's no longer the only game in town.
Yes, that I'm thankful for.
Like the NFL series, Jesus Christ, lose it.
All I really want from EA is more Respawn Star Wars games. That's all I really want. Everything else, they can just take a hike. So, CD Projekt Red, this is a juicy one. So, a couple of days ago, the head of CD Projekt Red, Adam Badowski, he issued a video apology for the rocky launch of Cyberpunk and gave his explanations as to what happened. However, a few days later, Bloomberg released an article that interviewed 20 current and former CD Projekt Red devs that basically stated, yeah, they knew how bad the game was going to be. They tried to focus on marketing more than the actual experience of the game. They knew what was going on. They're the reason for this failure.
And then Jason was like, he released a report, and then one of the directors or something, one of the CEOs was like, this is a really good report. Here's my answers to a lot of these questions. And then Jason is under him just like, so when I called to ask for questions, y'all were just like, no, but now you want to do it through Twitter?
Yeah,
I mean, it was a pretty good video.
It was, but then they kind of shot themselves in the foot. They tried to control the narrative in a way, and then this article was like, no. Like, again, CD Projekt Red, they're smaller. I kind of want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they're kind of pulling some shit.
No benefits, no doubts.
I mean, for as long as they've been around, come on now.
Yeah.
And this is another human life, human well-being thing.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
I would think one dude was like, he worked 16-hour days for like 5 days in a row. People like lost their relationships, families, and just because of working on this game.
And the
nuts.
game's still trash. Make a 5-star classic if you gonna work your employees to death, but it's trash.
Yeah. So, last few tidbits of news. This year is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, and they're going to be doing a whole year-long celebration, including something with Katy Perry, some music thing. Don't exactly know, but that's happening.
Because she's hip.
Yeah, and the first big news thing that they announced because of that is the release date for new Pokemon Snap is coming out April 30th, which I feel like March, April seems to be like their wholesome game window. Is Animal Crossing last year, and now this year.
Salivating over that.
Oh, I'm gonna be, dude.
That's gonna be a problem.
If they said VR capable, I would like frame one buy a Nintendo Labo kit. Not even a question. That with VR would be fucking awesome. Then the last thing was Nintendo had a trailer for the Super Mario World 3D World port, including the Fury of Bowser add-on, which is basically an Odyssey level in the 3D World engine, but then they showed off who is now dubbed Fury Bowser, which is a lot lamer than the name that was reportedly said to be the Japanese name, which was Godslayer Bowser.
Ridiculous. That is an amazing name.
Here's the thing: why are people so afraid of the term God Slayer? Because
Christian
there's all
nation.
types of. I understand that, but they don't mean your God. There are Greek gods, and they're not your God.
Yeah.
Fictional gods.
Family-friendly company. But I will say, though, the design is pretty fucking cool. What? There's one more thing, but I kind of want to save that. We need to schedule the Ruby cast. Keep forgetting to do that.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob's still not here. Let's
Yep.
jump in.
With that, we will be getting into the best and worst
Wacky cancel. Oh god, I just can't make it.
of 2020.
So we
I'm
filibuster.
up to my knees in spaghetti, you guys. I can't. What does that mean, Ralph?
Somehow the cat jumped into the oven and we cooked the cat. So we got to deal with this situation. I'm sorry.
3 out of 5 meal, though. Wait, hold on. All right. I actually, did any of you guys read any like books or any, I guess like any new mangas or anything? Because I've
Oh
added books and literature for mine, but I don't.
boy, I am a heavy audiobook boy.
Okay.
I have Audible and Scribd. Scribd is like the Netflix of audiobooks, where it's just like you have an unlimited library, and of
Mhm.
course Scribd, you know what Scribd is. I mean, not but Audible. So yeah.
Is Audible just one account for one, or can you share?
What do you mean?
Is it, I don't know. Can I get your account and you still be able to listen, or is it just like would it cut one of us off?
I haven't tested that because I haven't had anybody. But Audible now has an unlimited library too. Like it's Audible Selects or something. So there's books that you can listen to, whatever. But yeah.
Because I've started up the Kyoshi book, and I'm like, well, they've got an audio book in that.
Dude.
Slide on over to that.
Dude. I'm happy. So I guess we'll get into it. I only have best for books and literature. The Kyoshi books. Both of them very good. If you are a fan of Avatar and you are a fan of, young adult novels, definitely give them a read. And the rest I have is manga. We got Black Clover, which I started the year not having read any of it at all and not really having any strong opinions. Started out, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
It got better for me though. I'm liking the current arc a lot.
Yes, that's a really good arc that's going on right
yes. One Piece, forever there.
Jesus, dude.
I do need to read
arc,
the newest chapter. I did see the panel though that you posted, Vici.
I literally cried laughing.
now.
Literally.
It's so good.
It's like
I
every 25 to 50 chapters, I feel like, it's just like, you know what? I haven't goofed in a while.
And it's against two Yonkos, and it's like, time for some goofs.
And just like all of them, just the dumbest game of chicken. And like the triple chins.
amazing. Yes.
Like the Ego Raptor Chinnigan chins.
Man.
I
And
came.
it's two serious characters like Kid and Law.
I came home. It was like 2 a.m, and I started reading, and I just cried laughing. One Piece is so good.
Then Dr. Stone, I also have. I haven't read a manga in a very long time that has been as consistently good as Dr. Stone. it's
I'd agree with that.
it's just like there hasn't been a dip for me. Typically there's a dip.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Like even early on with My Hero, I was like, that Forest arc,
I mean,
But-
Mike Comey is it's just a roller coaster that never stops going up. The drop don't happen.
So my last one is Comey can't communicate.
Because
And
of
that-
obvious reasons. I
and-
cannot recommend this enough to anyone and everyone. It is legitimately one of the greatest things on this earth. I cannot pimp this enough to anybody.
So I'll make a clarifying statement then, DA. I haven't seen a shonen manga as consistently
you.
good as Dr.
Thank
Stone. You are correct. Comey has been. It has never stopped being good.
It never stops. I'm like, give me something that I don't like other than the whole just do it. Stop not doing it and do it. Other than that, it's just like this is just a clear, just straight up. It's ridiculous how good this is and how little fanfare it's getting. This is the easiest thing for an anime that I've ever seen. It's so small that you don't need to really do anything. You're mostly in 1 to 2 to 3 locations. You're saving on one voice actress at the bare minimum.
Wow. Wow. It's because
I'm
the main
just
character
there.
doesn't like to talk.
It's so
She's literally a Zelda character. It's just like,
yeah, just efforts, grunts, and mms every now and again, but that's it.
wow.
So I'm just like, wow, this is something so good that exists and nobody's talking about it. There's no anime being announced. There's no like weird Japanese audio. They do audio dramas and there's nothing for that. I'm like, just you I guess you just continue down on your little path of being amazing over there and you just be you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else have any books or literature?
If we're counting manga in that, I can slide on in that. So this is a year that because of our show that me and BG I read Ippo all throughout that, and Ippo is amazing. It is really, really good.
and it retroactively made him like Deku less.
Way less. Because Ippo is just a way better Deku. And I just went, oh man, Deku is just like he's like the skeleton of a character now. He's Ippo but less. Why should I like Deku when Ippo's over there doing everything Deku do, but way, way better? Comey can't communicate. You know, maybe everybody should read that. Maybe everyone. I read Boruto and Samurai 8 this year, of course.
Yeah, I guess I
And-
could put Boruto in worst. Just
Oh dang, I forgot to read Boruto for this.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
look who's
It is an insanely breezy read. It's not. It's because it's not high concept or anything.
the
You don't
breeze
need to,
is
you
just
don't need
pure
to
flatulence, though.
think.
Yeah, no, straight up fart.
You're just absorbing, just like this is happening. No concept, nothing to think about, nothing challenging. It's just events. And then on the other side of the coin, you got Samurai 8, where it's like, bro, it's too much.
It's 37 events per page.
Man, Samurai 8 is bad. I want somebody to read Samurai 8 so they know just how bad that is. I also read Haikyuu this year, which is very poor quality.
Not poor quality. It's just not good.
It is very boring. Boring.
As far as sports manga, Haikyuu is probably the worst sports manga I've ever read or watched. And I think I've read or watched like 7 or 8.
My Hero is on that downward trend.
It's been there.
It
Stop with
is-
that downward
it is
trend crap.
opposite of Comey.
It is literally. It has been a 6 for roughly 7 months,
And it's just
with
going down.
with flashes of 9s and 42s.
I could not believe this latest chapter. How bad that was. Did y'all read the latest chapter?
Not yet.
I am not. I'm 3 chapters behind, actually.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Oh, great. Great. We love hearing that.
It's terrible. And I went, you are a bum for doing this. What are you doing? I don't understand what he's doing with it.
Wait, are we talking about the midnight thing?
No,
No, not the midnight thing.
It's
Oh,
past
okay.
that.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly what's happened. I just remember reading spoilers this week about some chapter.
Yeah, but that also happened. There is this really good manga called I can't pronounce it. It's Mariko-chan.
Oh, I've heard about that.
It's so good. It's about this girl. She's the only person.
Let me see the image of that. The. Okay, no. Ooh.
Yeah, it's about this girl that can just see ghosts, and they're just horrifying images. It's so, his art is so amazing. Just this dude just drawing these horrifying images, and this girl just like, I can't show that I'm seeing any fear, otherwise they'll just kill me. So it's just her just seeing all these things in her daily life, and just like, I can't show any kind of emotion, fear nothing, and it's so good. Yeah.
Ralph, any books or literature, manga?
Honestly, the only thing I started reading this year would be Lore Olympus. And if anybody has known me speak about history, you know I love it. And its take on Greek mythos is fucking gorgeous. So it's probably my favorite thing that I've come across this year in its entirety, actually, is definitely Lore Olympus. And that's... I'm trying to think if I started watching. I don't really think I did anime-wise, like animation-wise. No, that's going to be it.
Okay.
There are two other, actually, just reminded me of webcomics. There are 2 other webcomics. I got into a romance kick again, and I started reading Let's Play and I Love You YOO. And if you are...
Hey, how about reading Scoob and Shag?
You know, at
Continue
this
your
point, I
sentence,
feel
Mike.
like I'm turning into you, where you just keep recommending this to
Keep
me.
recommending it, yeah.
It's like, just to spite him. No.
Now, the problem with this is I'm not going, hey, did you read Scoob or Shag yet? I'm going, you brought up a webcomic because you're into webcomics now. Hey, read this one. I don't even care if you say it stinks. Just read it.
BG for books.
Mhm.
What about you?
So I've done a lot of audiobooks. I'm just gonna rattle off some off the top of my head. Fantastic Land was really good. It's that pseudo documentary style that World War Z did, but it's about a bunch of people trapped in an amusement park just trying to survive for I think it was like 3 months or so. It was really good. I like the voice that they did and everything. I like the way they acted that out. Honestly, read the Fazbear Frights Five Nights at Freddy thing.
I have heard
Yeah, that book's
great
good.
things.
Yeah, the first one is probably the worst one.
Yes,
It's-
absolutely.
It's mad slow, but the other ones are really good.
Ridiculously good. Some of my favorite like short horror stories of the year.
I've had them like spoiled for me though because I watched Matt Pat, the game theorist. He
Yeah,
talked about those.
it's
really
basically the only
things.
thing I watch Matt Pat for is Five Night stuff.
But yeah,
He actually his
the-
other content is actually really good. You seen Food Theory or Film Theory?
I didn't see food or film, but I saw I started going into some of his horror stuff because I'm just so into horror. So I started going into some of his horror theories, but I usually just go back to
No,
Five
dude.
Nights.
If you like food, go onto his Food Theory channel, and his Film Theory content
I
is
checked
dope.
out his food theory stuff. He's got some really good stuff like grocery store, and he got some really good. What he does is like he'll buy a bunch of pizzas. Like, what are you getting your best value for? He also did that with drinks from fast food restaurants. Like, is
Yep.
a large really good or
He broke down the science of Subway's bread, my guy. It's actually a really good channel.
Yeah.
Turns out it's cake. Subway's bread is cake.
But yeah, there's some really.
I feel like
really
that's a
good-
lot.
No, it's true. Oh, I hate you.
There are some really good fast fair fight.
Yeah, Fast Break Fright's super good.
I have a book I can talk about too, actually.
There's a book called The String Diaries, and it's got a subsequent sequel. The sequel isn't very good, but String Diaries is pretty good. It's basically about a long-standing species of shapeshifters and like superhumans that are trying. They're basically inbred. They want to keep their thing pure because you can't really breed with outside like humans, and it's just like one of the last ones are hunting down this woman and her family because she's actually one of them, so he's trying to breed with her and get her daughter to breed with her. It's really interesting. Very nice. Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill. It's basically this dude gets a suit online, and the suit is possessed by a ghost, and the ghost just haunts him and gives him bad luck and tries to kill him. So he's just trying to figure out how to get rid of the ghost. All the Byrne and Balzano series, I'm a huge detective, so any of those, I would particularly recommend The Dial Maker. That one was really good. Any other books I can think of? No. Manga Saki Ki or Saki K. I was recommended this. It is really, really good. It's basically what I wish One Punch Man was. It's a it's a dude that there's not actually a lot of powers in the world. It's just this dude that's psychic and he has all these abilities and he's just so apathetic about life.
I remember hearing about
Yeah, it is so good. He's just like, I don't want anything. I just want a nice, quiet life.
it. Is it ongoing or is it over?
I think it ended either earlier this year or last year. Sometime.
You're recommending it and it's over.
No, I just started it though.
I know, but you're recommending it. That's automatic.
Okay, DA. Do you have a good time with the things I've recommended?
Dude,
Hey, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
You cannot.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You cannot.
Do you have a good time with the things I recommend for at least 80% of them?
Cannot.
Answer the question.
You cannot.
Are you answering the question?
You can't.
Remember when you asked me if I was a bum, and let me repeat the question. Do you enjoy the things I recommend at least 80% of the time?
Yes.
Okay then. Thank you.
But that's not where this conversation ends. You don't just go on to your next book, homie. We gotta finish this line of questioning.
Okay. It was a lot of questions.
You know what comes next.
Okay. Everything I recommended has not been horrible at the end. One you didn't really like. One was absolutely
why I
trash.
didn't really like Change 1, 2, 3.
And what's that?
Because there's another manga that has a split personality thing that did the ending that I wanted, which was everybody got
That's not fair.
Everybody got a chapter
That's not fair.
to say goodbye, and it's 7 of them bits.
That's not fair.
Everybody got. Yeah, it's not fair, but it's kind of is what I
understand. It's
I
what you
kind of
wanted.
had
but
that in the back of my mind, like, okay, this is the template.
but I wouldn't call that ending not of quality. Gamblefish is abstract trash. Understandable. Really bad.
Change 1, 2, 3 could have been better.
Okay.
This trash with this trash.
All right.
I think that was it. Oh, Ralph said he had one more book.
Yeah, book-wise, I completely forgot about Shadow of Kyoshi.
Yeah. DA is starting to read them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're starting Rise of Kyoshi?
Yeah.
How far into it are you so far?
Literally just started.
Okay. Well, you
Slow day
enjoy
and I
that.
Crack that open.
You enjoy that. It's fucking amazing. So I won't say anything then, detail-wise, but Shadow of Kyoshi is without a doubt one of the favorite books that I've read in total. So the Rise of Kyoshi was special Shadow of Kyoshi took what made that good and just amplified it. So that was a book that I literally forced myself to take time on, whereas Rise I powered through in literally 2 days. Shadow, I was like, okay, each little bit I have to take and digest and wait, take, digest, wait, take, digest, wait, because there was just so much packed into each chapter. It was definitely the expanding on the Avatar world that I was looking for. And it, oh god, it was good. Other than that, yeah, that's gonna be it.
I need a Netflix animated version of it where they don't have to conform to Nick stuff.
Homie, are you sure you want Netflix at the helm right now? They've been fucking up with things lately.
I'm just saying a place that isn't Nick where they can get away with more.
HBO
or
Max.
something.
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
All right. With that, though, we'll actually move into. I was going to say TV. Let's do movies because I think that's going to be a short one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
naturally,
Let's
nothing came out this year, my guy.
I was just about to say, no, Mike, what are you talking about? I'm a movie man. And then oh, yeah, I only got 5 on my good.
Yeah. All right. For me, best were basically the only 3 movies that I saw this year, which were Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
They still haven't removed cuties from Netflix.
Why
Nope.
would they? Controversy creates cash.
Yeah, but it's literally exploiting little girls while trying to say, don't exploit little girls.
I mean,
Anyways, Sonic the Hedgehog, Birds of Prey, and I literally just today watched Wonder Woman 84.
There you go.
How'd you like it?
It was all right. I like the first one
Yeah.
more.
I find the first one overrated. I find this one underrated because people are giving it like 5s, but it's like a 7.
I'm
7.5.
souring on time.
Which one? 84 or the first?
84.
Okay.
The ending is broken beyond belief.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal just continues to be
Oh, he did an amazing
very
job.
good in whatever he's in. Worst, which I did not see, but just all of the memery that came out of it and the scenes that were in it, Mulan.
You cowards need to watch. We should get together and watch it.
Yeah.
Just so you cowards can experience it. Because
Sure,
you're just, oh, yeah. It's you know, it's make funnable enough. And
I
it's
just didn't want to
fine.
buy it.
Understandable, because that's just 30 out of his pocket.
It's not worth $30. Even
No.
like I said, even split between the 4 of us brothers that watched it, not worth it.
And then I have 2 honorable mentions for movies that I haven't watched yet, but want to. Soul.
Same with me, so
It was okay.
okay.
Still want to watch it. As
It
well
was
as
okay.
Said that it was amazing. One of them said it was okay. So I
Yeah.
can't. I don't even.
the
Yeah,
other
It
one.
was okay.
The other one is the Digimon movie that came out this year, Last Evolution Kizuna.
Didn't even know there was one.
Yep. It's basically
Ralph?
like the ending of the original Tamer storyline.
I
Legitimately.
never even heard of that. I didn't even know that was out either, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm saying your movies.
Movies are pretty much the same as Mike's for the most
Okay.
part. I saw Sonic. I did not see Mulan, and I will not be watching that unless forced to.
Cowards!
Like the cat situation, it will
Cowards!
not happen.
It's fine.
Sonic.
Enough.
I saw Soul. I've been literally struggling to try to remember what I watched this year because I keep
Mhm.
forgetting how long 2020 actually was, and I keep thinking,
Dude,
2020 was fine.
I was looking at the movies I had watched earlier this year, and I went, "Oh, I actually did watch these in theater."
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you did, and then it just didn't continue anymore.
Mm-hmm.
God, like it's like I really didn't watch too many movies. It was more just I just was working
I'll
non-fucking
move on to
stop.
mine then, and I'll give DA a chance to look through some of
Yeah.
the stuff he watched. Good movies. I only got a top 5. These, okay. So my best and worst is always just how I feel, my enjoyment of it, and so on. Not necessarily what I think is the best movies, but the movies I like the most.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman 84 was 5. Spree was 4. Spree is like Uber. This dude is obsessed with being famous online, and he has like a Uber. But he just kills people, and then he posts it online, and he's just like, "Am I famous yet?" And he's just like, "I killed like 4 people. How do I get famous?" And he's just going around killing people like live on stream.
V-Man says you're welcome.
Yeah, he introduced me to it. The other one he introduced me to, a little pretentious for me. The Hunt, black comedy thriller. A bunch of people are dumped on an island, and a bunch of rich people try to hunt them down. And it's just, it's good, it's fun. Gretel and Hansel, number 2.
I wanted to see that, but then I went, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
It's if you're not good with slower movies, you're not gonna. But there was a particular scene of the witch coming to fruition, and it's one of the best shots I've seen in movies in a long time. Like it's upgraded good. That's how good that shot was. And number 1, The Invisible Man. I just really liked it. I don't think it was great, but I really liked it.
I heard mixed things about that.
Worst of. Now, this movie I can't say is bad because I never watched it. But the only reason I didn't watch it is I looked at it, my finger hovered over the trigger and I could not pull it. The Wrong Missy. It is a David Spade movie. Co-starring Adam Sandler's daughter.
Ooh.
And basically, he's going to a work retreat. And there's a girl named Missy that he met at a bar or whatever that he really hit it off with. So he tried to invite her. But he made a mistake and invited the other Missy that was at his phone. And she's just super annoying. Please look at the cover of The Wrong Missy real quick. And I was hovering over that image to start watching it, and I just went, I cannot do this. So that's number 10. Just for the sure, just based off that one image, I can't do it. Number 9, Mulan.
You saw Mulan?
Yes, I did see Mulan.
How can it be worse? It's fine.
Worst / most disappointing.
Okay, most disappointing, I'll accept.
Cause I wanted so much more. I did like the orchestral
that's
rendition of dude. I really liked, and I liked her singing in Chinese at the end. The What Will My Reflection Show or whatever she was singing. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, and Mulan as a character is really good as well. Like the end where her sister goes, "Oh my goodness, where have you?" And she goes, "No, tell me what's going on with you." After her whole big adventure, she's like, "What about you, sister?"
But that Phoenix at the end with the dude,
it's one of the worst shots I've ever seen. And for what they wanted from it, it makes it all the worse. Because that is a big stand and clap moment.
That's Mulan with the fan getting the sword away. That's what that moment is.
One of the worst.
Number 8, The Night Clerk is basically an autistic dude that works at a hotel as the desk clerk, and he puts cameras in all the rooms to start watching people. So he's home watching the videos, and he witnesses a murder. So he goes to help them. He removes all the camera, and he's just part of the investigation, and it's just going through everything. I just was not, I wasn't into it. Number 7, Scoob.
Oh, you saw Scoob?
Yes, I saw Scoob. Not good. Now, this is the worst part. Daphne is great. Freddy is great. Velma is great. Even Scoob and Shag is pretty good. The story is trash. I didn't laugh a single time.
That's rough.
And it's just like, it's not a good movie. Scoob, number 7. Number 6.
And it's worse when you I know what animated films can be.
Yeah.
I've seen the greatness. I've seen the 8s out of 10s. I've seen the 10s out of 10s. I've seen the 6 out of 10s. And you know what it could be. You go, just tighten this up. Just move this around. Just do this a little bit, and you're good.
Number 6. My Spy, starring Dave Bautista.
You saw that?
Yes.
Why?
And that's all I
Did you
need
see
to-
it in theaters or?
No. This
So
was
you just
posted-
sat around and just watched that?
I watched it for this.
Okay.
I was just like,
Okay.
hey, it's time for My Spy. It's everything you expect out of this type of movie. It's Dave Bautista gets found out by a little nerdy girl that's just has no friends, that he's a spy, and she's like, teach me how to be a spy. So yeah. Number 5, Brahms, The Boy 2. Holy way to undo the first The Boy, which was just kind of like, okay.
I wanted to. That was my hovering over a moment where I was just like, just do it, you coward. You know, like I'm not gonna willingly watch The Boy 2.
The first Boy was like, you think the puppet's alive, but it's not. It's just a dude living in the wall. This one, they say the puppet,
but it's actually like an ancient curse or something.
and it possessed all these people, including the dude in the wall. So yeah, it's actually alive. Clap fans, terrible. Number 4, The New Mutants.
New Mutants was terrible.
Terrible.
My goodness.
The worst part of it is you can see how it could be good.
Yeah.
With all the living through their
Yeah.
fears, and it's just like, this could be so good.
And then it ends just like, fight your biggest fear, just like this giant projection of a bear. Like, wait, and then it just dispelled it like, we've defeated the bear. That's it. Oh my goodness.
Number 3, Bloodshot, starring Vin Diesel.
Oh, that was the one where he like
Time
they
loop.
woke him
Yep,
up
yep.
and really, oh man,
Terrible.
oh no. Oh, speaking of which, I did watch that. Why did I put that
Potentially
there?
the worst action movie I've seen in the past decade. It is that
You
bad.
need to check out what I'm going to talk about.
Number 2, Artemis Fowl.
Yeah, I heard bad things about that one.
Horrendous. They wanted a Harry Potter that was also more for kids. Terrible. It's just all this slapsticky, like, ugh, terrible. Number 1, Fantasy Island. Potentially the worst horror movie I've seen in the past 20 years.
Oh boy.
It is so uninteresting. It is so not good. Like, I don't remember a single character's name. And then the end bit with, oh, I'm starting to remember it. I'm starting to shake. Just Diego on. Fantasy Island, number 1 worst movie of the year.
Who was there? It is. That's what it was. Okay. So I'm just gonna talk about some things that people didn't talk about, or something I need to get my mind out about. So I'll just erase that. BG, I feel like you would really, really like Hamilton. It's like a hip hop musical.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some really. I don't like rap. I don't like hip hop. But I'm like, I'm grooving on some of these things.
No,
I
dude,
feel
Hamilton's fire.
yeah.
One of my friends really is into
I
Hamilton.
feel like you would really like it.
Okay.
All
I
right,
really liked it.
DA,
Tell you
favorite
what.
part.
Wait.
I'll watch it. If you watch Psyche K.
If I watch what?
Psyche K. Where the dude, the psychic dude that I was talking about.
I was probably gonna watch that anyway. It seems.
That works for me. Next, check it out. Oh no, we still got to do our horrible ones. I forgot about that. Yep, keep going. Truth or Dare was trash. Keep going.
I'm a big fan of just the introduction song, so I really like the Hamilton in the beginning. I really like that.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's
Because
I was like that with Sweeney Todd as well. Where I'm
so you
just
never
introduce
listened
the
to it.
character, and then the character like it's me, it's me.
So you never listened to like the soundtrack before it was put on Disney Plus. I'm guessing then, right?
No, that was my first time.
Okay, because that's interesting. Because I was exposed to it via the soundtrack when it first dropped way back when, and back then my favorite was Guns and Ships, the La Follette song. But now, pretty much from watching it, everything with Jefferson is my favorite.
Yeah.
Jefferson's stage presence was insane, despite me hating him.
Yeah, there's some really good actors and everything in that.
Oh, dude,
The choreography really, it's like I said, BG. I feel like you would really like it.
Oh, I think he'd like it a lot.
I'm like a soft musical dude. I'm like, give me the popular stuff. That's what I'm checking out. I'm checking out the Book of Mormon, Sweeney Todd, Les Mis, those things. And this is just another one of them. So yeah, that's really good. Birds of Prey. Let me talk about Birds of Prey. I don't really like Birds of Prey.
Same.
It wasn't bad.
Nope.
But it wasn't good.
I didn't enjoy it.
It did like nothing for me.
I like Black Canary.
And I'm on the opposite end where I loved Huntress. That is my type of character.
Yeah,
like,
I
you
thought
are
that literally when I watched the movie, I'm
You-
like, if there's one character that DA is going to latch onto.
I'm so predictable. But give me a lame old tryhard. I got 3 laughs from that movie. And it was all 3 of hers. Where she's just in the mirror, just like, they call me. They call me.
Trying to do her. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. She was like, "You shoot a bow and arrow." She's like, "It's not a bow and arrow. It's a crossbow." A 12-year-old. She was amazing, and it was like she got maybe 4 scenes. She's in 10 minutes of the movie. Give me more of her. She's not marketable, so she put the camera right on Harley Quinn's face. Not even a smile from her. My goodness.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of her.
Huntress was money. But yeah, Birds of Prey, I'm just sitting there just like, man, people like this? People really like that
liked
movie.
it. Really
I can
liked
understand coming off the back of something like Suicide Squad where it's like, it is not offensive. It just slots into one of those movies like The Wolverine where it's just like, I've watched it and I will never willingly watch it again.
it. Understandable.
And the last one, let me get real close to the mic. You guys know how much I enjoy the Time Junk. Time Junk is a big, big thing. And you guys know how I feel about your boy Christopher Nolan. He's, in my opinion,
Watch Tenet.
in my opinion, he's not in a good movie. So I'm like, Nolan, if there's ever a time for you to self, walk on in there with Tenet. Here it comes. I saw the trailer. I'm like, this looks good. It's got time junk. It's a movie of
Oh boy.
it's a movie of the last like 10 minutes of Doctor Strange, where they're just going back in time and moving forward. That crap is amazing. I've watched that almost more than any other scene in any Marvel movie. It's amazing. I love stuff like that. Tenet, bottom 5 movie of all time. Whoa! I'm feeling it. It
Yeah,
is.
I heard nothing but bad things.
Are
about
you
that movie.
serious? Unbelievably bad. It is unbelievably nonsense. You just have to think for a half a second, like, wait, how does this work? Because it's like there are these people who can like move backwards in time, but move forward as well, and like affect things that way.
Oh.
So at a certain point, they're like moving backwards in time, and they have to wear like oxygen masks because otherwise the air
Let's just
will,
say time air.
yeah, because it's like you have to, and it's dumb stuff like that, and you have to think like, what about stuff like light coming refracting for your eyes? You shoot lasers,
Yeah.
and you're not thinking about stuff like that. You're just moving on, just like, isn't this cool? Isn't this high concept? Just oh, they're shooting a gun and it's backwards. It is. I'm just sitting there just going. It's not that I'm not getting it. It's that it's so bad. It's
Nah, clearly you just didn't get it.
yeah, that's what it is. That's always the excuse. You just don't get it.
I'm tired of high concept stuff.
I'm
tired of high concept stuff being good just because
Yes.
it's high concept. If the execution is good, I'm good with it.
Mhm.
But just going high concept, dead.
Nolan is such a bomb. We're done with this dude now, right? He's
No.
done so few good things.
People went to the theater for Tenet. They went, I will only go see Tenet in theaters
It's
as Nolan intended.
it's so bad. There's like one good action scene.
That was on my list of things to watch. I just ran out of time because I had to watch Mulan today.
It's unbelievable, and that's what I'm gonna say about Tenet. I would not recommend watching it. It's not fun, bad.
No, it's
I was
not.
sitting
Really?
there
It's
No, it's not.
miserable.
Yeah.
It's not a
Miserable.
Frankenstein at least.
No. It's just because it's a lot of people talking about how the things work, and then it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then you just gotta watch things unfolding as they
It's
don't make
literally,
sense.
it plays out from what I'm aware of exactly the same way as Inception. It's just the same kind of flow, and it's just really bad.
Yeah.
Like I had the time movies like explained to me because I did not want to watch it, and it's the same thing as you're saying, Da.
It's not Christopher Nolan telling you a story. It's Christopher Nolan's characters telling you a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty then. With that, we will move on to television.
Okay.
This again, don't really have any bad because I wasn't
Same.
seeking out.
It's easier
bad
for
things.
me. It's easier for me to seek out a bad movie than a bad TV show.
Yeah.
I don't want to invest, 12 hours into something just to get bad. Now, this is different from something like Gotham, where it's just like, I want to see how bad this gets, and then I ended up loving it. I don't want to go into, let's say, 2.5 Men or crap like
Well,
that.
stuff
where I'm
like
just
that. I feel like anime is it's a whole different story. because
Yeah,
I'll sit
I
down
can
and
do it.
watch them.
I can do an anime. I can't do like a live action, let's say Sherlock Holmes remake where it's just terrible, and I don't want to watch that for 26 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody played Death Stranding?
Not yet.
Oh, you did?
I have no interest in playing it.
Thoughts? No, not even for somebody like me that loves boring stuff like that.
It wasn't for me. Oh, you would love it.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, it's tedium. Yeah.
I
yeah.
figured. Okay, that's all.
Okay. So I have honorable mentions for either. It's kind of a mixed bag of honorable mentions for varying reasons. So the first one is Supernatural, just because it ended this year after 15 seasons, which for a live action, like, story-driven show is kind of bonkers that it lasted that long. So congrats.
It
on
had
that.
an insane fan base.
Yes, it
so
did.
I can see why it
Yes, it did.
lasted that long.
Shoot, Mama was one of them for a long time.
My
She
mom
dipped her fingers in a
still
lot of
is.
things.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which that one was an interesting case of. It kind of ended, rushed. There's such a fan fervor for it to come back with Ahsoka and what have you, and then after Disney Plus, they're like, you know what, let's do it. So that came back and then had its actual final season, which again, that was really cool. I have not watched this show yet, but I've heard good things, and I keep seeing Noi everywhere. Dorohedoro. That's just on my list to watch. And the other one I just have as an honorable mention for all the wrong reasons. Interspecies Reviewers.
Oh my god.
Cause
I forgot that was this year.
yeah, it was this year, and like like for a manga, it's like a little bit more forgivable because it's like, okay, it's over there. It's like basically hentai, whatever. But then they tried to make an anime that wasn't
try.
classified hentai.
They didn't try. They really did.
They
Like,
did it,
wow.
but then it got like uber canned on every fucking network. When it's like the
For-
whole concept of the show, it's
Yeah.
like every single medieval fantasy race that you can think of, let's fuck it.
Oh yeah.
Funimation licensed it for an episode. They're like, oh no!
Like-
and then they just dropped it.
Just insanity that I like. The when it said it was like they licensed it. Did they dub it or was it just licensed?
They dubbed it like an episode or two,
They dubbed it. Oh no.
and then they just went, oh, whoops.
So
Oh,
yeah,
this ain't. It was the 4 kids mentality. Was One Piece. They're like, what is what now?
yeah.
Oh, slavery? No.
Pardon me.
So yeah, that just insanity. How did it happen? And it's just fascinating. So that you get an honorable mention for that. For my best, we have The Mandalorian. Season was very good. It was very fan servicey, not gonna lie about that, but it didn't detract. There's definitely things that I've seen where it's just like the fan service is just like actively detracts from it, but it actually worked, which was good.
I'm not a fan of Star Wars, and even I feel too. Boba Fett knee rockets are so impractical. It's not even.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But hey, it was cool, so they did it. Boba Fett.
New show. I watched the Dr. Stone anime, which that's getting a second season now. Very good, highly recommended. The Persona 5 OVA anime, or I guess it's an anime. Persona 5 OVA dub, very good.
Bro, that boy was ridiculous.
It's very good, but they also just it's not. It's Persona 5 is very dense, and they sort of yada over a couple things.
Well,
They also expanded some things that I like, so it's like
yeah, the anime has to. Like,
yeah, I feel like Persona 4 was a little bit better in that fact, but just seeing the people come back and just it's always good to just hear the boys just in the booth and
Yeah.
Persona 5 people just talking. That's always just really good.
There's two things that I love about this anime. One is when they have the teacher's name. Fuck, what's her name?
Kurokami. Not Kurokami. Kawakami.
Kawakami, yes. The maid, when she is revealed as the maid, the line that they use in the anime is the only correct line that you should pick in the game is "I'm a father." They use that for the anime. And then my favorite scene in the entire anime is during the school festival where Joker just walks into the haunted house thing, sneaks up on an innocent girl, and just like grabs her by the mask. He's like, "I'll reveal your true form." And then Ryuji just smacks him in the head. It's just like, sorry. Come on, dude.
Good stuff there.
Critical Role, as always, continues to be good. Ruby, so far, Volume 8 is pretty good. Been watching a lot more Game Grumps. And been doing watching a lot more streamers, and Hungrybox in particular has been pretty fun to watch. And that's basically it for me in TV.
I like Hungrybox. I liked Zero more. Zero had a lot more personality, and if I'm not in the mood for Jigglypuff, it's like there's no point in watching HB. But Zero had a bunch of different characters under his belt, but
Cat in good conscience. I guess I'll do my TV. BoJack Horseman ended this year. Really good show.
Man, that is one where I'm just like, just do it. Just pull the trigger and start watching.
Definitely just do it. It's literally one of my favorite shows of all time. The Boys, super good this year. Rick and Morty, second half was pretty good. First half was just kind of but it was good. Lovecraft Country, definitely watch that. Really weird show. Love it. Search Party. Search Party is always good, but I am a huge fan of the lead actress. So, Harley Quinn. Jesus Christ! If you're not watching Harley,
I need to watch it.
It's so funny.
You're just a bum if you're not
amazing.
watching it.
Yeah,
It's
I've
broken.
heard amazing things about it.
It hurts because I'm just like, well, I'll never see Clayface the same. I'll never see these characters the same. It's screwed me up so much where I'm just like, King Shark is gonna be in the new Suicide Squad. Then I got excited. Then I was like, that's not my King Shark.
And the last one I want to talk about is my favorite TV show of the year, The Outsider, which is a Stephen King novel done by HBO. basically, there's this super nice dude that ends up killing this kid. And the town hates him. It's a real small town. The town hates him so much that one of the family members kills the guy before he can stand trial. He's just like, I'm innocent the whole time. Turns out it's actually this shapeshifter that was going around killing people and wearing their faces and just killing kids and consuming them. And it's just the detectives trying to figure things out and go through town to town. Just, it's so fucking good. It's only like 6 to 8 episodes, real breezy watch.
I check that out.
Okay.
Hey, it's and the first dude, the dude that gets killed is Jason Bateman, and I'm a fan. So,
Ralph?
Show wise, for me, it's not very extensive, but there were some fun ones. You already mentioned The Mandalorian, of course. That season was insane. A one that surprised me that I didn't think I'd really get into when I'd seen of throughout the year, and I only started watching recently and then fully binged it, was The Owl House. If any of you are familiar with that, it's kind of in the same vein as Star Wars: The Forces of Evil or Gravity Falls.
What was the name of it? You cut
oh
out.
wait, no, I heard about that. That was one
The
of the
Owl
ones I wanted
House.
to see.
The Owl House, okay.
It's surprisingly really good. It starts off and you're just kind of like, okay, this is a neat concept, and then it has the very Gravity Falls-esque feel to it, where it's very episodic and like, okay, monster of the week we're gonna handle. But it also has like, I'm gonna say like the Star versus Forces of Evil overarching plot that's inlaid in through all those things until you finally get that hit. You're just like, oh shit, oh that was important. That wasn't. Oh shit, okay. No, so highly suggested. Owl House, big time suggested. It's one of those ones that I feel like nobody's really talking about, but they greenlit season 2 before season 1 even aired. That's how confident they were in it succeeding. And yeah, worth it. Yeah, Mandalorian was one of the ones that was exceptionally good as well. And honestly, I didn't really watch too much else. Again, a lot of Game Grumps with my friends, and it was a lot of waiting on the things that are supposed to come out this year to come out and watching the news on that.
Yeah.
Like the Assassin's Creed series on Netflix, I'm waiting for, because apparently there's 4 of them now. There's 2 animated and 2 live action Assassin's Creed projects happening at Netflix, and I'm just sitting here like, what? Okay, let's get there. Oh wait, I think Castlevania came out this year too, didn't it?
Was there
The new season of Castlevania, that was 2020.
Is it season 3?
Yeah,
Let me
I believe they did come out this year. It at the start of the year, or at what felt like the start of the year.
Castlevania animated series. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, please do.
Yep, season 3, 2020.
Yeah, there we go. That one, again, one of those holy shit developments, kind of like with the season of The Mandalorian. It's just like, okay, you built on some shit in season 2, and this one is just out here now. Like, we're just doing this. So again, if you're not watching Castlevania, you're missing out big time. Great characters, great writing, great animation, and especially as an AMV editor, it's just like, it's mouthwatering. It's like, I want to edit this. If I had more time, I would edit this.
Time now.
What was it? It was time now. Yeah, legit.
Heartbreaking. It was like, we didn't deserve that. So most of the Twilight Zones, you're like, eat, you cuck. And then this dude is just like, oh man, dude just wanted to be left alone.
Top 5 Twilight Zone episode.
That it for you, Ralph?
DA?
I'm still trying to like think of it. I mean, WandaVision doesn't count. That's 2021. Because holy shit, if you guys did you guys watch that yet?
Not yet.
Mike, you get on that because the spoilers are coming, my guy.
Well, yeah. Right now, this morning was spent watching Wonder Woman. Tomorrow, more than likely, will be WandaVision.
I highly suggest it. I got lost real quick, and there's a lot of details you got to pay real close attention to. But yeah, Owl House, Mandalorian, fuck, God, yeah, no, that's really. I mean, I'm not a fan of BoJack Horseman, but I've seen enough of it with my friends. I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's fine. You didn't like Sunny either. It's
I
just like
really,
that type of
really
thing.
don't.
Love Sunny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it for me. Again, it wasn't this year's particularly. Again, I'm at work 45 hours a week, and I am dead.
Da.
I don't think I talked about because I think this year's been a blur, but I think I watched the Twilight Zone this year, and
Oh, the one that came out from Jordan Peele. I had it, and then I went, nah.
okay, there is 10 episodes, and I'm going to tell you which ones to watch. Episode 1 is amazing. Episode 2 you can skip. Episode 3 is, boy, man, that episode 3 is good until the very end. Episode 4 is terrible. Episode 5 is... Episode 5 is really nothing. Episode 6 is really good. Episode 7, oh man. That was really bad. Episode 8 is really good. Episode 9 is terrible. Episode 10 is fine with the content of everything else. It's really hit or miss. Because Jordan Peele puts a lot of politics in this stuff. So it's a lot of just Black Lives Matter and this and gun control and all this. And I'm like, hey, come on now, man. I see what you're doing. You ain't even gotta.
It ain't all that.
And one of the episodes is just like, yeah, cops killing the black guy. Cops killing the black guy. And the last moment it's just like, turn around, cop killed the black guy. And it's like, thanks.
Yeah, real life.
Season 2 came out this year, and I'm gonna tentatively poke my toe back into that. I don't want to, but I'm probably gonna. I talked about this a little while ago, but there's a movie called What We Do in the Shadows that is one of the funniest movies that I've ever seen.
I was curious about it.
It's hilarious. It's one of those things where I'm like, I can't even laugh anymore because I laugh so much. But I find this to be hilarious. And they made a show off of it. Now, the movie What We Do in the Shadows, British one, and then they came over to America. And it's, British humor and American humor are different. The show is really, really good. It's still funny. I like the movie more, but I would still say watch the show because the show is really, but the movie is just like, if you've got an hour and a half, 2 hours, just watch that movie and just die laugh. It's hilarious. That's about it for TV shows, but I'm going to talk about VTubers because that's been my obsession this year. You ain't got to listen. Nobody got to listen.
I'm already on my phone.
Okay, because I think somebody might dip their toe in, and somebody might come back to this point next year or 2 years down the line or whatever when you dip your toe in and just go, okay, I dig what you're saying, DA. She's a really good one. So for future person, hey, what up? I hope you like Pecora because Pecora is the best. Pecora is hilarious. She's number one. She's always number one. She's the first VTuber that I ever watched. It was because of Detroit Become Human. There was a clip that was just like Pecora is shocked by police violence and then commits it herself. I watched that. I laughed and I went, I'm going to check out more of this girl. And then it just spiraled off into everybody. I'm just like, okay, I like maybe 10 to 12 of them. Let me make my list and talk about it. And I'm just going down just like, oh no, it's more like 25 to 30. This is really, really bad. So I'm just going to rattle off a couple of my favorites for the future person listening to this, or if somebody wants to dip their toe a little bit. Pecora, number 1. Sakura Miko, number 2. She's amazing. She was sick for most of this year. She got sick right as I started getting to the VTuber. So right as I was just like, yo, Sakura Miko is amazing. She got mad sick and went away for like 3-4 months. Then had a big return concert. Oh my goodness. I'm just like, I don't even know this chick, but I got a little tear rolling down my eye. Fantastic. Suzuhara Lulu. Lulu is amazing. She's the calmest person ever. Do you guys know what Jump King is? It is an insanely hard game. People rage out there. She played that game for 30 hours. She did 3 10-hour streams. Never raged once. Amazing girl. Watsuda Honolulu. Who else? Who else we got? Okayu. Okayu's got a good voice. She's really funny. Really love her. Polka. Omaru Polka. She's really good. She's really funny. I really like her. Subaru. Subaru is really you can look up clips. Just look up clips. Everybody's got clips. Even the least popular girl. Subaru is really good. I really like her. She's funny. Suisei. Hoshimari Suisei. She's the gap between how silly she is versus her singing ability is astronomical. The first time that I've heard her sing, I went, "Oh my god, her? She's like top 5 singers I've ever heard, and she's one of the goofiest people I've ever seen." Ina's really good. I don't like just now. I think a couple months ago, maybe 3 months ago, they started off with the English branch. I don't really like the English branch. I like Ina. Ina's the only one. I'm sure you guys have seen the little shark girl. She was everywhere for a while. She's like the most popular VTuber. I hate it because she's not funny. She's not interesting. Nothing. But Ina's the one.
That one.
I know who you're talking about. I have a friend who's really into her.
The only one
I'm
that
sure-
the one that I've seen the most, honestly, is Korone.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of her too.
Korone blew up for a while with the Ikombo. She's one of the entry levels where it's like you can get into her and then that'll lead into other people. She's really funny as well. But I'm sure you've seen the little shark girl. She was everywhere. Doesn't matter. Don't look her up. She's trash.
Oh, we're still going.
Yeah, we're still going. Hachama eats a lot of weird stuff, and she's crazy, and I really like her. There's so look at all of these.
I'm not looking at them, DA.
Okay, good. You're one day that might be a check it out. I might just slide you a couple clips, just like go on up in there. I'll talk about them later when somebody gets. I don't have anybody to talk to this stuff about.
Good.
I feel like of everybody, I think maybe Corey.
I was thinking Corey.
But he's just a wild card. It's just like, I don't know what he not. I don't know. So yeah, check out a couple VTubers. Look up VTuber and in a game you like. You might find a clip like with Mike Lee. It's really good.
Yeah, Takahata 101 of
Team 4-star fame.
Team 4-star fame is now a VTuber.
And you know who else is VG? Let me pull up a little picture.
You can just say the name. You don't gotta pull up a picture of anything. Still searching.
It's our boy.
Unless it's Dark Side Phil, I don't care.
It's our boy.
Oh wait, no, it cannot be Oceanus.
I wish. But then he'd just be the driest motherfucker.
No, because he's animated when he's actually talking. Scripting so dry. While DA's looking this up, go on to the next one.
All right.
Our boy Nux Taku, VTuber extraordinaire. What a bomb. I guess if we talking about internet stuff, Revisited is really good.
Yeah, I was gonna end by saying what's your 3 favorite Revisited, DA?
I can look that up.
Okay, yep. Let's move on to the next one.
Music. So,
Who's starting? Because I got some music.
I will start. The Gorillaz had an album that they put out this year. And now who wants to go next? Probably their second best album, maybe third. I gotta listen to it a couple more times. It's got some really good bangers. The song with Elton John is probably their greatest song. It's ridiculous. I love that song. And that's it.
I'll go next. I have a best album, best singles release, because there's just a few bands that haven't released an album this year, but they released new music. And then I have one honorable mention for, again, all the wrong reasons. We'll save that one for last. Best. John Petrucci released a solo album this year called Terminal Velocity that featured old Dream Theater drummer Mike Portnoy on drums. It basically was old Dream Theater. and it scratched an itch that was left unscratched for like 10, 15 years for me. It was great. And they also announced that Liquid Tension Experiment is coming back. Again, great. The Ruby Volume 7 soundtrack dropped. Again, very good. DA, listen to it. Moving on.
Don't tell me what to do. Pushing it back.
Don't tell me what to do. Anyways, here's a list of 25 VTubers to go watch. No retort, huh? Let's see how it is. Next, Haken. They are a progressive metal band. They released a new album, Virus. Very good. Okay Goodnight, which is the lead singer off of the Ruby soundtracks, Casey Lee Williams. She has a band called Okay Goodnight. They are a progressive metal band. Their EP, Under the Veil, very, very good. They actually had a song, or a snippet of one of their songs, in this latest season of Ruby. Red released a new album, Declaration. Pretty good.
Hey.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of the year. Which is why it went under the radar, or you didn't remember. The YouTubers that I follow, Little V, Family Jewels, Richardy B, Artificial Fear. Yeah, actually, Family Jewels, the VTuber tie-in, he actually made a fully licensed cover of Corone's background music.
And it's really good.
Yeah. And then the last one, which was my favorite album of the year by far, Dance Gavin Dance Afterburner.
I mean, that's just the same.
It's a
so
very,
so
very,
good.
very good album. Arguably their best.
Arguably their best. Like I said, there's a difference between best and favorite. I would say this is their best album.
Yeah. For
'Cause
me, it's
every
kind of
other album-
both.
For every other album, there's at least one or two. No, there's not even close to it
Yeah,
on this one.
very
like-
good.
My least favorite song is probably One in a Million, and even that's like a 7.5.
Yeah. That is an album that I can front to back listen to easily. No problems.
At any given time.
Was that the Imperial
my-
March?
No, it was Persona 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then bands that released singles this year. Attack Attack released a new single, and it's not really like their old stuff, but I just really liked it all my life. Pretty good song. Jamie's Elsewhere released a new single. That one was but it was all right. Bring Me the Horizon released a new song called Kingslayer featuring Baby Metal, and that song has been on repeat for me since it came out. I fucking love this song.
That song is a hardcore banger.
Yes, it is. I need to wait a little bit, but I've started this process of, so I want to make a Zelda AMV to this. And I was looking online for, cutscene footage or what have you, and basically all the best quality footage had watermarks, which it's like, all right, fine, YouTuber, but I still want a good quality footage. So now I am in the process of speeding through all of the 3D Zeldas, capturing them at high quality.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
Yep, just so I breeze through Wind Waker. I am like 99.9% done with Twilight Princess. We'll be moving on to Skyward Sword, and then on to the Hyrule Warriors in Breath of the Wild, and then figuring out what I need to do for Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask. I might actually, you can send your 3DS to a dude and he installs a capture device on it. I might do that.
I've seen a lot of those types of things.
Yeah. And then last but certainly not least, my boys Affiance are back. They released a new single.
We're done here. Cut his mic.
No.
I got another 4 hours.
Their new single is fucking amazing. Their cover of Take On Me, fucking amazing. And they're going a route that I was hoping that they would go through when they kind of started struggling, which was like, just stop touring, Stop trying to pump out albums. Just release a song every once in a while on YouTube, and I will fully take that. And that's what it seems like they're doing, and I'm so fucking happy that they're back. Then the honorable mention.
Mm.
I don't even like this song, but it spurred so much media attention, memes, what have you. And that is WAP.
Yep. Okay.
It's just such
yeah.
a odd, interesting song, and just everything that followed it was amazing.
One of my friends
Never heard a note.
One of my friends, their aunt was throwing their niece a party, and she's like 13, 14, and
Oh,
they
no.
requested that song.
Oh no.
It was just like, ooh, I don't know. But the way I look at it is, it's so accessible to get uncensored music now on the internet for these 13, 14-year-olds.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, that whole like
they heard it.
explicit content is like utterly useless at this point.
Yeah, dude, they have seen and heard worse things than you will ever see on something like South Park. So just let them do it.
Oh yeah, fucking truth.
That is
I guess
my
I'll go
list.
next for. I guess I'll go next for music. I only have one in the negatives, and that's.
I figured.
I tried listening to it once. I tried listening to it. I got one song in and went nope. I tried listening to it a second time. I got 3 songs in and went nope. Then I finally was able to get through the whole thing. There is not a legitimately good song on the album. Not a single one.
Oh wow.
It is such a terrible album. Now, the only reason it's not his worst album is because it sounds like an Eminem album. Revival does not sound like an Eminem album, and it's terrible. This sounds like an Eminem album, and it's terrible. But yes, not a single good song on there. Honorable mentions. I have 5 honorable mentions. Childish Gambino's 3:15:20. After This Is America and Summertime, I thought it was going to be more of a fusion of rap and his pop and singing stuff like he used to do on something like Camp or even Because of the Internet, but it was just more of his singing, and I just want rapping Gambino. So I couldn't put this in my top 10 because I just want my rapping Gambino. Selena Gomez, Rare, really good album. Shrug Shoulders. Jay Electronica, A Written Testimony, way better than the first piece of crap he put out. Delane, Apocalypse and Chill. I'm a sucker for operatic like singing.
Fair.
Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof, really, really good. Number 10, Apocalyptic Cell Zero. This is an instrumental album, and it's an instrumental like metal album.
The cello metal band.
But the cello, yep.
Yes.
Apocalypto. Yeah, they come back.
Yeah. They just released the album this year.
Okay.
Called Cell Zero.
Nuts good.
Yeah, and it was such a good. I was listening to it, and I was just like, "Wow!" This is their first instrumental album in like 8 years or something. Only instrumental, so amazing. Definitely listen to that. Number 9, Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels 4. Usually I am way more positive on Run the Jewels, but I didn't find myself coming back to this too often. I listened to about 3 songs off of there a lot. But everything else, unless I'm listening to the entire album, I don't really seek it out. That's why it's not higher on the list. But it's a really good album. It's definitely worth listening to at least once. And then if you like something off of there, just put it in your playlist. You don't really need to multiple listens. Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist, Alfredo. Probably my favorite Freddie Gibbs project in the past couple years. And I am always a fan of the Alchemist dark sampled beats. Really good album. So number 7, Fiona Apple, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. Yeah. Don't go away from me, DA. It's a really good album. That's all I can say, dude. And this is when I was making my list. This is my music was where I was like, I'm gonna get some looks because I had Selena Gomez originally, but she just got pushed down, and it's just a bunch of people that nobody's ever heard. and I look pretentious with this and hipstery, and I'm going Fiona Apple. I'm a black dude. Number 5, Logic, No Pressure. Or number 6, Logic, No Pressure. I am not a Logic fan.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
He is not very good when he's trying to do a message and all these concept albums. He's really high concept. And his execution is so poor. But when he's good is when he's just rapping. And this album is him rapping. No themes or messages, just him going. And it's such a good album. It's so underrated. Definitely listen to it. If you don't listen to anything else off of this project, just listen to the first track. Because he even got David Hayter to do a voice cameo as Snake. It's really good.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Number 5, AJJ, Good Luck, Everybody. This is a like folky pop band, but they're just talking about how terrible the world is. And I love it so much. It's just like music are made by a bunch of assholes who want your money. And that's just the hook of one of the. And if you don't give it to them, they'll be real sad. And they may die, and that'd be okay. That's the lyrics. It's such they have a song about Trump where it's just like he's just a dumbass making tweets and killing people. Isn't this great? They have a song called Mega Guillotine. Please come back, Mega Guillotine. We love you. Kill these people. It's so good. AJJ, Good Luck, Everybody. Number 4, Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats, Unlocked. I've never been the biggest Denzel Curry fan, but it's a good album. Really like the music of it, and he had a couple bars that was just like, woo. Definitely listen to that.
For some
Lupe
reason,
Fiasco.
when you said Denzel Curry, for some reason my mind like auto completed that to Del Curry, who is the father of Stephen Curry, and I'm like, he raps?
Bruh.
Number 3, Lupe Fiasco and Kylan Ellis, House. This is one of Lupe's concept thing. Lupe is a person that can do concepts because he can execute them well, and this is executed well. Now, I did not like Dragas that much. Dragas Wave was okay, but this is a really good Lupe album. This is the type of thing where you like, I want Lupe to be back. This is what you would look for. Number 2, Phoebe Bridgers, Punisher. I realize I am a huge fan of pop music that tackles lyrics where it's just like, I hate everybody. And it is so sarcastic. One of her songs just goes, you're in Tokyo and you call me from a payphone. They still have payphones. That's just the lyric. Like, it's so sarcastic and tongue-in-cheek, and I just love it. And it's really dark. It's just like, yeah, I just kind of want to die. It's a really good album. Yeah, no, I love it. Number 1, Dance Gavin Dance, Afterburner. There's nothing else to say about it. It's just a fantastic album. DA? Ralph hasn't gone?
Oh, DA went.
Oh yeah, I forgot Gorillaz. That was his whole thing.
Yeah, when it comes to music, it's a much shorter list again this year for new stuff. Soilwork put out a fun single, Desperado, that I have had on loop many a time past few months. They also apparently released an EP to no like fanfare that I didn't know about. Have you heard about Soilwork's new thing, Mike?
Nope.
A Whisper of the Atlantic.
I've heard that name. You know what? I just haven't listened to it.
Or A Wisp of the Atlantic, yeah. It's kind of in the vein of Dream Theater. So they're kind of going that route with this one. So you may be really into it. I don't know. I haven't given it a full listen through yet because, again, busy. But from what I heard, I liked it a lot. Besides that, new music, not much. I did find Starset's 2019 album this year. Didn't know it came out last year. Not Vessels. What is it? Division? Yeah, Division. Solid album. Do you guys still keep up with Starset or no? Because you were the one, the Comp Bros. You two are the ones who got me to listen to them.
To who?
Starset.
Who's Starset?
I've never heard of Starset.
My Demons.
My Demons?
Yeah, this is way back a while ago.
Yeah,
One of
please,
DA's songs.
please bring that up.
DA songs. What?
Yep. Yep.
Was it to Jigoku?
No,
Something
that's
like
not it.
I forget exactly what it was too, but yeah, no, it was one of those things.
We're gonna mute our mic and see.
Yeah, maybe you just forgot about it, but yeah, no. Their new album was fucking really good, and funny enough, one of my favorite songs on the album was their softer one, which was Diving Bell. Again, listen to their albums, all of them. They're thematic in kind of the way that Dream Theaters are, Mike, but they tell like a legit story, and it's really fucking good. I'm liking them a lot. Did you figure it out?
Oh, us?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we never did it.
No, are you
That was a
sure?
very popular song back in the day.
Yeah, it's one of those everybody used it things. We never used it.
I
Might
thought
have
for
even
sure
been
you
Mike.
might have something you shared that I hadn't heard before, but I just remember I associated it with UDA specifically because I
Okay,
believe
maybe
you
he
were
linked to AMV or something,
maybe that might have been what it was.
but we definitely ain't do it.
But yeah, no, Division, solid album. Again, another one I've had on a loop for a while. Other than that, just not a terrible amount of people I follow putting out new stuff. It's just been a lot of like finding singles and adding it to my YouTube list.
Mhm. Mike, you didn't
Actually,
listen to
sorry,
that,
that's wrong.
go ahead.
That's wrong. A big one for this year is a band Smash Into Pieces. Anybody heard of them?
New.
Nope.
Highly suggested. Again, they are really, really fucking good. So I'll actually link one of their songs in the Discord. But they dropped their album finally this year. And again, very good.
Mike, you didn't listen to the Breaking Benjamin Reimagined Songs album?
No.
Not,
I'm not really about that. I just like Evanescence did the same thing not too long ago, and it's like, I'd rather have new music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
reimagined stuff, like Tree City Village 2, where they redid some of their stuff. I love that album.
it was again, like I said, it was mostly a lot of finding music that has been released prior this year. I did a lot of branching out. The band Slaves, they kind of fell into my lap this year. A lot of their songs really were fun to listen to. Have them on loop, and I've edited a
The
few of them now.
American band Slaves?
Yes.
Oh no.
What?
That's Johnny Craig's old band.
Oh yeah. Old band. The new singer is actually solid.
Yeah, he was the winner of The Voice or
The-
something.
Of The Voice, yeah. Really, really fucking good, and he's doing a killer job.
Mhm. It's funny that all these bands that Johnny Craig leave have such success after he's gone. But it's originally why people listen to it is because Craig's the singer, and then it's like, well, band's pretty good, so I guess I'll just stick around.
Yeah. No, again, highly suggest the new stuff they're coming out with. Really nice. Unlike Pluto, anybody ever heard of them?
That sounds familiar.
Everything Black, popular one. A lot of edits to that one. Was this song? No, this song's 2 years old now. But anybody heard of the band named Bad Wolves?
Yes.
Sounds familiar, yes.
They did a cover of Zombie, the Cranberries song.
Okay.
Really fucking dope.
I am high into covers. I love me.
I can link that one too if you'd like. It's really fucking solid. God, was there anybody else I really fell into? On the softer side of things, not my normal music that I really fall into. Singer Jacob Lee, he's just solid on his own right. Again, softer music, really nice to just sit and chill and listen to.
Dude,
Other
this,
than that,
this year was like,
As DA would call it, wuss rock.
yeah,
this year
sure.
for me has been and I guess it's been kind of a theme, but even more so this year just because of the times, was the year of melancholy for me. Like,
The
Just
fucking world, my guy.
just certain music, like there's a couple of video game soundtracks I could have said for this year, but I'll just wait till we get to the actual video game portion. But there's just been some certain songs that I've just had on where it's just like I just need some somber, sad music right now, and
Anything
Yeah.
else? Or can we move on?
is that it, Ralph?
No, I'm good. That's it for me.
All right. Last but certainly not least, video games. Who wants to start?
In my inevitable way of just branching out of everything, so few games this year. I'm just gonna quickly run down my 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games I enjoyed the most this year. Number 7, Them's Fighting's Herds, really good game. Number 6, Carry On. Number 5, Tony Hawk. Number 4, Persona 5 Royal. Number 3, Among Us. Number 2, Ghost of Tsushima. Number 1, Hades. Buy Hades, play. Oh, oops, nope. Number 2, number 2 is gonna be Paradise Killer. So slot that in before Ghost of Tsushima. Yep. Go buy Hades. Go buy Paradise Killer.
I need to play Hades.
Hades is really f***ing good. And my worst, and I just don't get this game. It worse than most of this point. I just don't get this game. Dragon Quest 11. I just don't get the Dragon Quest games. They're such non-good RPGs, and it's like the wonder and the no. They're just not good. The number one thing of an RPG should be the battle system, because you're going to be spending dozens of hours within battles. So I don't want to just hit X and then be done. No thinking, no nothing. You power up automatically. Wow. Terrible.
Yeah. I tried to play the newest one and just like it didn't keep me.
Yeah, because the battle system's trash and the plot is just so standard. I do not understand people going Dragon Quest 11 is my game of the generation. It's okay, and not even that. Number 3, number 3, Resident Evil 3. Cool boy. It was okay, but it got to a point where I was near the end, or I had beaten the game, and I went, "Oh, that's it." Like I thought there was going to be
you
another.
never want that.
I thought there was going to be another like hour and a half, but I beat the big nemesis. I'm like, okay, he's obviously going to come back like one final in his regular nemesis form, whatever. And I'm on a helicopter, and I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, that would be Gears of War 4 and the second new Tomb Raider. That happened to me in those.
Yeah.
Number 2, WWE 2K Battleground.
Oh, you actually played that?
Now, this would have been higher if I had played it longer. I played it for maybe 35 minutes, and I was
stinky.
big stink, big delete.
Oh, what's number 1 gonna be?
Wow.
The Last of Us 2.
Oh no!
It is so not good. Now,
Oh no!
I
I
am a-
feigning like shock from DA.
I am a person
Don't say it.
that finds The Last of Us to be not fun game. And I am fine with games not being fun. I don't think games need to be fun to succeed. If like The Last of Us accomplished what it wanted to as being a not fun game. The Last of Us 2 is just not good. Ellie is actively regressed as a character
So
that
far.
I care about. Wow, what was the Indian chick's name? I've already
Dina.
forgotten.
Dina.
Dina. Dina is just Ellie, so there's no back and forth. It's just
It's
two
just
people.
one character just talking to herself, basically.
It's in Star Lord and Tony Stark talking to each other, and I'm just like, so. And then a problem with the game is that you are by yourself so much that you don't get a lot of interactions with the people that you should be caring about, like people like Dina or Jesse. I didn't care about them switching the game to Abby. I didn't care about that. I didn't care that they did that. I enjoyed Abby's portions more than Ellie's. It is so heavy-handed in its messaging of just like killing bad.
Revenge.
Except
bad.
them 30 million people you did before.
Those were fine. But then once we hit that cutscene, oh, sad.
Now I understand, Ellie torturing somebody. Sure, that's gonna play
That's
into your
gonna mess you
mind.
up.
That's gonna mess you up. All the rest of them, the convenience of the pregnant chick not seeing that she's pregnant. Convenience.
The blowing people up and they go, no, Harold.
And it's so throughout. Shoot somebody in the head. Tina! Who's Tina?
She was Tina.
The point is, revenge is just a self-fueling machine. And if you don't release your rage and anger and hatred and your revenge, all you're going to do is lose. There is no winners when it comes to revenge. Because I get revenge on you, you get revenge on me, and it keeps going until somebody just goes, enough. I get the message, but you're so heavy-handed with it.
But you got 30 hours.
Are these actual people I'm shooting? Oh God,
Oh,
I feel
no.
so bad. No, I don't. They're trying to kill me. I'm gonna kill them. Whatever. It's a video game. I don't feel bad about shooting a bunch of pixels.
Yes, you
So
do.
stop screaming Tom when I
Yes,
shoot
feel
somebody.
bad.
Wolves,
That was Tom.
wolves beat, dissect, and mutilate people. Why do I care that in Derek, I just killed Derek? I don't care.
No, but Manny's dad has arthritis.
Sure does. Plow right in your head. and it's just like the thing, the religious group that they're going against, the Philistines or whatever they're Seraphites. It's just like this was a martyr. They were an important person. They centered a religion around it, and it's just like, no, the teachings don't say anything about violence. It's just people twisting their words for their own purposes and inciting violence for what they see. Wow, you're really gonna just say this out loud, game, so I can go, wow, that's like Christianity. And all the messages are blowing my mind. What a terrible game.
Awful.
Alrighty.
I got some videos lined up.
Terrible.
Pretty bad one.
All right. That it for you? Was that a...
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yes, that's over there.
I couldn't exactly tell the differences in the mm-hms.
What a terrible game.
DA?
Oh, we can hit up the comp bros one after the other.
I already know what number one is, so.
I don't really number them.
Oh, yeah, you don't play enough, though.
Yeah. So I just got the 7 that I did play, which is 7. That's a big number for your boy. It's normally like 2 or 3.
True. Very true.
We got Kingdom Hearts, Melody of Memories. Have not touched it since I beat it. I am so disappointed by that end. I cannot.
It's that bad for you.
I can. It's so far from what I want. The new Pirate Warrior game. That's always a good crack. It's good. It's good fun. You fight and you kill a bunch of people, and then you repeat, and you got your One Piece characters, and that's fun. I really like that.
I always hear the One Piece games are like the best Musou games.
It's a really, really good. We got Fall Guys. I really like Fall Guys. I'm still playing it. A lot of people have dropped off. I find that to be insanely fun. I'm a very competitive person, so that hits me right where it needs to.
Oh yes, I've seen him playing it. He is a madman.
I like that they're updating and everything, because I was falling off. Like, it was like, okay, I played the stage before. I know how to get here. I just got to worry about the people. It's fine, whatever. And then they just start adding more and more and tweaking little stages and stuff. Like there was this stage where it's just a memory game. There's a bunch of fruits on the ground, and then there's a screen that just says step on the banana, and then you got to step on the banana. Now it's just like, okay, they're throwing stuff at you, so you might want to step on that banana, but you got hit by a spike and you got knocked away. That's good stuff. They tweaked a bunch of old stages like that, and then they added a bunch of new stages. I really like that. Among Us, obviously, really good. We need to hit up proximity chat one time.
Yes, we
I want
do.
to see how that rocks out. Spider-Man Miles Morales was not worth the whatever amount of money it was. It was just the first game, but a couple updates and everything, same engine, everything. It was a good little story, kind of short. Didn't really like Miles as much as I liked Peter, so that wasn't carrying me. Didn't really like the ending. The twist was obvious, but I like how they just out the gate, as soon as you realize you're like, oh, it's them, it's like, it's me. Mask falls off, like it's them. It's like, okay, yep, you're not even playing like this is a mystery. We got the next two, which are like, I wanted to just go Yakuza Like a Dragon is the #1 game of the year, and I was like, Persona Royal came out. Well, that's a big rip, but I keep talking about Like a Dragon, and I will continue to talk about Yakuza Like a Dragon. You don't need to touch a single Yakuza game. You got your tertiary knowledge of it. You're good. You don't even need that. It's just like, oh, you know who Mashima is. Everybody knows who Mashima is. He's the dude with the eye patch, crazy dude. He's weird. If you don't know him, whatever. But when he shows up, it's a big moment. Like, oh, it's Mashima. And then if you don't know, you don't know. If not, it's just like, this is a high-ranking Yakuza guy. You need to fight him, and it's one of the hardest things in the game. Somebody punches off screen, it's just like the camera pans up slowly, and it's the main character of all the other Yakuza games. It's like, oh, he's here. And you go, if you don't know, he's just a high-ranking Yakuza guy. If you do know, it's just like, oh, he's interacting with the new main character, and he's sort of passing the torch, because apparently the new main character, whose name is Ichiban Kasuga, he's going to be there for a little while. And I'm like, I appreciate that, because I really, really like Ichiban. Ichiban is the type of character that I love. Here is everything that you need to know about Ichiban Kasuga. There's this villain that's just like, he's standing on top of a big staircase. And he's just like, he's explaining his plan. And then he stops, and Ichiban's like, why'd you stop? What's the plan? He goes, sorry, I'm trying to think of a way to explain it to somebody as stupid as you. He goes, oh, really? Thanks. I appreciate it. I'll be quiet. He understands how stupid he is, and he's so earnest about it. He's just like, nope, I appreciate it. Just take your time. And I was like, that's everything you need to know about this character. What the fighting system is, it's really weird, because he goes to prison for like 20 years, and then he comes out and he's like a revenge mission. He's a really, really big fan of Dragon Quest. So much so that he has delusions where he's just like, here is a dude with like a bat that he's fighting, and then he'll be like, oh, we gotta fight that dude over there. The dude is turning into a giant robot, and he's like, you guys see that? And his friends are like, what are you talking about? He's like, he's a giant robot, and he's like, he's a high level boss, so he's a giant robot, and we gotta fight that. So that's what the battle system is. Some people just are just like normal business people, and some people just turn into robots and crap like that. And it's really, really good. It's funny. It's good. The ending is like 5 stars, legitimately. You think it's going one way, it goes a completely different way. You go, no, this was fine too. I thought this was the boss, and then it's like, nah, here's the final boss. Yeah, play that, and of course, Persona 5 Royal. You guys, it's what
we literally have a whole damn episode of a podcast because reasons that is completely based on Persona 5 Royal.
It's so good. It's so good. And Strikers is coming out. Boy, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And that's right around the time where my PTO refills. And you think I'm coming into work then? You's a fool.
You are an atypical American nerd. Like, this is video game come out, PTO. All them cyberpunk
book. What am I gonna do? That's
Just
it.
wait
That's
until
it.
Strikers gets delayed.
Then everybody goes up in arms. Why you delayed? Next.
Ralph.
So gaming wise for me, it was actually kind of a year actually having an income where I can, buy games. So it's a bit of a far cry. So I can say I have now played it, not a lot, but enough to enjoy some Monster Hunter World. I haven't gotten as deep into it as I'd like, but I can definitely see why it was such a popular game when it came out. And with the DLC having dropped, I definitely want to get more into it. But the last few months of game release has been a bitch. Uh, with Red Dead Redemption 2 coming on PC, I played that game. Oh God, I don't even know how many hours I have logged. I have 120 hours logged on that one. And Red Dead 2, easily one of my favorite games I've ever played. Red Dead Redemption 1 on Xbox 360 was a game I binged nonstop if I wasn't playing Left 4 Dead, Call of Duty, or Battlefield, or Gears. So that's saying something. So I'm impressed by Red Dead 2. I'm enjoying it a lot. Need to go back and finish it when I finish the next game on my list, which has now been ruling me for the past month and a half, which is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Shock!
Okay, hear me out though.
Let me tell you why it's a bad game that I've
Please
never
do.
played.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Christ, you piece of shit! I should have known.
Still bodying mother.
But no, Valhalla it's not a perfect game. It's not a, great open world game. Red Dead has it beat in terms of world structure and whatnot. But story, character, voice acting, music score, Valhalla is just amazing. The combat is the hardest combat system I've had to learn. Odyssey, Origins, they weren't difficult to get down. This game, honestly, parrying, combos, dodging, all of that, a lot more difficult. A lot more. I'm not going to say buggy, but it requires you to actually have to have some RPG talent, and I'm not used to that in Assassin's Creed games, so learning curve. But all in all, I'm loving it to death, and I want to play more, but I don't have a lot of time because work. Other than that, Among Us, that's just the game right now to play with friends, and it's fun. It's fun. It's good. I'm enjoying it. Other than that, it's just the same old games I've always played. Left 4 Dead, a lot of that this year. Been playing some Rainbow Six Siege again because
That game's fun.
I got it for Amber for Christmas because it was one of the only games on her wish list still. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. That's a game people can play together still. But yeah, no, it's fun to play back in there. Just go back into casuals. Used to just be a fucking ranked warrior in that one with Kevin, and it's fun to play casuals and literally go like 10 kills deep. People are just like, what's going on? It's like, sorry, dude, pub stomp. My bad.
Smurf.
My bad. I'm running around the map with a fucking plat charm on my guns, and they're just like, wait, why are you here?
You're one of those people, huh?
Hey, I'm having fun with a friend who's new with the game. Fuck it. If y'all are just going to be that trash, get good.
Yeah, get good.
Get
I'll-
good, casual.
Yeah, absolutely. I will never fault a person for me being trash at a game ever.
Yeah, legit.
It's on me to get better. And if I don't have the will to get better at that game. If I want to play that game, I get better at that game.
Yep. Getting stopped
good.
just makes you fucking want to be better.
It just shows you how much you care about that game.
Yeah,
There
that's
was-
how Mike felt after fighting Esam.
I'll get to that.
No,
there was-
Mike, no!
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, Mike,
Oh,
no!
I get Ralph. Are you done?
For me, yeah, that's it.
Okay. So for my games, I actually have some bads on here. But we'll get some of like the couple of the, I guess, not early games. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, one game that I think I may have had in my last year's list, but I don't remember because I played it later, was Jedi Fallen Order. I don't remember if I put it on last year's list, but if not, very good game.
Very good game.
It's just a shame that it was made by EA. Or published by EA. Yeah, solid game. I'm hoping they make more. Respawn did a hell of a job. The annual Smash Bros. Nod, still playing the shit out of the game. As DA said, so I think it was a weekend. I forget what it was. It was New Year's break. I was taking vacation and just hopping through different Twitch streams of different pro Smash players. And Esam was on, and he was doing sub games. New subs got to play him in a best of 3. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just try it. I'm gonna get curb stomp, but I just want to see. The only
quadruple curb stomp.
The only John Zing that I will say is that I had some pretty bad input delay. Worse than usual.
Okay.
For whatever reason. I don't know why. First 2 games, it was bad. And the first 2 game, it's best of 5, sorry. And the first 2 games, I got curb stomped. The Pikachu Ridley matchup is not good in general. But when you're fighting the best Pikachu that plays the game, I have never felt as suffocated playing Smash. He was just like on my nuts.
It'd be like if you played Nene. It is like, oh my goodness. I'm sitting there like, Mike hit him. He died like he died.
He's zeroed to death me like 3 or 4 times in the first 2 games.
I'm like, Mike, hit him. Please hit him, Mike. And he's just casually talking to chat like, oh yeah, I do remember that game. And he's just talking, just doing this high level. I'm like,
yeah. The third game though, I actually got 2 stocks off of him. He thoroughly won the game, but I did get him to last stock.
Yeah, he came back. And I told Mike, I'm like, those first 2 games, we ain't even talking about it. I'm like, just by fighting the dude, you realize, okay, you fighting this really high level dude, you're learning this stuff. And with a couple more games, you could have been something.
There was like one read that I had that like I was just like, okay, that was fucking cool. And he was recovering high a lot because Pikachu's quick attack, it has a hitbox. So if you just recover high and just zip into your opponent, that's free combo food. Like, and that was the part of the oppression was like his use of quick attack to just get close to you was so good that I'm like, I'm on the other side of the stage. I'm not safe. I'm getting I'm dead. Okay.
Oof.
But there was one time where I'm just like, he's about to recover high. So I just down smashed and timed it just right so he landed right next to me and just dead with the wings. I'm just like, that felt good. That felt real good. But I want to try and do that more. It's like if different pro players are having sub matches. I've been trying to fight Hungrybox for a while now, and I actually got into the arena, but he stopped it before my game.
Oh, that's
just
because the autograph stuff where it's like autograph line is cut off.
Yeah, the Puff matchup with Ridley is really interesting. It's not in Ridley's favor. You have to play it super patiently, but I like to play it. Just because Puff, like Ridley, you got to get in their face. It's a fun fisticuffs matchup. But anyways, best games. So we got Mario 3D All-Stars. All those Mario games in there are classics. Fun to replay them again. The No More Heroes re-releases. I'm only a part of the way through one again, but just...
It's great.
It's everything that I remembered about it, and it's an amazing... Both of them are amazing games. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Still need to play that.
Again, just as good as the old game. The new stuff was all right. Like it wasn't anything like wowing. Like it wasn't royal levels of the new stuff is fucking amazing.
Because the new girl is 5 stars.
It's ridiculous.
Within the first
They
5
knocked it
minutes of
out
her
the
showing up.
park. Both of them. It's ridiculous how they just went boom and then boom and then it's like, well, that's just 2 5-star girls that you presented to me. I appreciate it.
Persona 5 Royal.
Of course.
Very good. Not a new game by any means, and this format has been out there for a while, but I just started playing randomizers. Played through Ocarina of Time Randomizer, and honestly, I highly recommend it even from a casual perspective. It changes up the game so much. It's fun. It's interesting. It preys on your knowledge of the game. It's like, I know where these things are, but where they are is not where they are anymore. And you just have to rely on that knowledge where you think you can go and just route as you're playing the game. It's really fun. I have a Majora's Mask one set up now that I'm going to be streaming here soon. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Talking to what DA said before, Warriors games are always great. I still need to play some of the Pirate Warriors. If Pirate Warriors is number 1, I would honestly say Hyrule Warriors is number 2. The Hyrule Warriors games are very, very, very good. Highly recommended. Doom Eternal. Talking about video game soundtracks. Num 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 num. BFG 9. I think BFG 9000. I need to remember the name, or 10,000. Just if you are a fan of metal, this soundtrack is just pure porn. And the game itself takes everything great about Doom 2016 and just pumps it up to 11. Some of the speedruns of this game are kind of bonkers. Yes, highly, highly recommended. Animal Crossing New Horizons was honestly the salvation of many, many people this year. Partially me included. Very fun game. I haven't been into my town in like a couple months, so I'm kind of afraid to go see people complaining about weeds and stuff. And then my best game of the year, which I wasn't expecting it to be, was Final Fantasy VII Remake. I was expecting a reaction.
Oh, no.
No, it's a genuinely good game.
I haven't played it. I don't care to.
I do care to, but or for PlayStation to go down in the price, $30 is enough for me because I hate Final Fantasy VII. But if it hits 20 ball, I'll jump in.
The battle system doesn't look appealing.
It is actually extremely fun. It took everything that I liked about Final Fantasy 15's battle system and again polished it.
Yep, I was just about to say it seemed like more 15.
Never.
You cut out DA.
Oh,
He's never
too
played
far.
15.
I'm too
Oh,
far.
okay. So, but yeah, like all the new voice actors, amazing. It just takes basically any love that you had from the characters from the previous game and again increases it. Aerith was amazing, Tifa was amazing, Barrett was great, Cloud was Cloud. Some of the like really, really fun moments from the first game, or the original game, I should say. They again went super extra with them, and it was great. The music in this game was super good. There's a couple remix songs that were great. There was the original song that they made for it, Hollow. Again, when I was talking about melancholy music, that is the song that I was talking about. Just had that, and then like Sector 5, I think whatever Aerith's town is, I think that's Sector 5. The Sector 5 Slums music, which is basically an instrumental version of that song, I've been going to sleep to that a bunch. Just a chill, mellow.
Y'all need sounds and stuff to sleep. Well, you're in the sleep stuff.
It's like on occasion. Like sometimes I do,
You know
sometimes I
me.
don't.
You know darn well why I need stuff to go to sleep to. You know darn well, BG. Come on now.
But that's the stuff I do in my head to go to sleep. Okay.
But yes, and
You
then
got ADHD.
what the game?
I don't want to be diagnosed with anything.
Oh, you got
Oh.
super
Oh, you
diabetes.
got thing. And a lot of things are just canceling out other things. Guess that's fine.
It seems you
So
have.
what you're saying is I'm invincible.
It seems you have terminal death. Since we just diagnosed it, you are going to die right now. Oh. But yeah, and
Well, I
then
ain't gotta pay you, but
for Final Fantasy VII Remake, the stuff that they do to change it. Nomura is basically Kingdom Heartsing Final Fantasy VII, and I'm okay with it. It's the best way I can describe what Remake is doing.
how about this? Some turn-based RPGs.
Octopath
Get on
Traveler.
up in that with that like a dragon. That is the big term base.
Octopath Traveler.
That's one in the past like 7
I'm
years.
just. You asked for one.
We got Octopath, we got Persona 5, we got you like a hyperdimension game. I'm talking high octane, big budget JRPG turn based. Dragon Quest, but those suck.
So that is my best. Honorable mentions, mostly games I just did not play or just by reputation and just seeing people play them, I know were good. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Just haven't had a chance to play yet. Really want to. The first game was amazing. Half-Life Alyx. Have not played it. I also don't have the stuff to play it. But from all accounts, from friends as well as different things online, it is unquestionably the best VR game that exists. Ghost of Tsushima. And
super good.
yes, need to play it. Paper Mario the Origami King. Heard very good things. Genshin Impact.
Oh yeah, Genshin. I could
You're
forgot about
good.
Genshin.
I want to take a dive.
It's fun.
I see Amber playing it all the damn time.
Yeah. Well, because you can also play it on mobile.
Yeah.
I knew V-Man was gonna be one of the people that played that stupid Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, no, it's heavily gotcha. So my problem with it is that I have rolled multiple times, and with my luck being what it is, I get nothing but weapons. I had 4 saved up full-on rolls, and I got nothing but weapons. So I'm kind of disheartened.
Immortals Phoenix Rising, have not played it, but heard good things, and it's basically a Breath of the Wild clone, so yay. Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm just waiting to play it until I fucking get a PS5.
You still don't have a PS5?
Nope! And Best Buy took it out of my cart. I'm pissed.
Oh yeah. They'll do that.
No, you may not have.
And then Hades. I still need to play Hades.
Definitely play Hades. Best game of last year.
Worst! The first game I did not play, but it basically was destined to be a train wreck, and it was Fast and the Furious Crossroads.
Bruh, it's hilarious.
They actually got Vin Diesel for it.
And what's her name?
Keynote Game Awards 2019 came to a crashing
again. Not fair. Nintendo them over.
I don't care. I don't care. Last of Us Part 2, just again based on reputation alone.
And another thing, it doesn't end.
It's eternal.
There's like 7 good ending spots for it, and it keeps cutting to black, and I keep going, okay, that's the... No! You've got another 4 hours, my friend. What are you doing?
It's the opposite problem of Resident Evil 3.
The opposite of RE3. The complete opposite. Oh, that's it? Wow, this isn't it?
And then, my last game, is Cyberpunk 2077 for worst.
Of course. Of course.
It just
As it should be.
still hasn't drawn me in.
Nah, some people like it, and it's cool to like it. But
So here's a couple of my and I talked about it with my one friend who does like it but can see why. He's just a sucker for the cyberpunk genre just in general.
yeah, like DA time junk.
Yes. So, when you compare it to a game that CD Projekt Red also made, The Witcher 3, every character that you met in that game felt like they meant something to the world. There wasn't an uninteresting character, NPC, main side character, or otherwise that you met that you weren't at least intrigued by or interested in. There really isn't that many interesting characters that I've run into so far in Cyberpunk that I care about or even interested in learning about. And then other games, basically, I'll say in its air quotes genre, like the open world cityscape games, which I would put Watch Dogs, Sleeping Dogs, Grand Theft Auto, to an extent Red Dead. There's just a lot of games that does what it does way better. And just on top of that, all the shit that's coming out around it.
My only hope for Cyberpunk is that it's like The Witcher, where the first Witcher was just kind of okay, and then the rest were just like, oh yeah, definitely play these.
Yeah, I'm hoping CD Projekt Red is stumbling down a cliff right now, but I'm hoping they scale it again.
You're hoping they catch a cliff before they fall off.
Exactly. And they start that climb up again. So, yeah, I think that's just about it.
One more thing. DA. Top 3 revisited.
Top
what
3.
you got? Number 3?
Number 3 would have to be why you should watch Hunter x Hunter.
Really?
Yes, I really enjoy that. It's the one that we go off on. I feel like the first episode that we go into a new show, we get all of our feelings out, and that's why it's so big. I think this one was our 3rd or 4th Hunter x Hunter, and it was just he's just the worst that the video is. Draw from it, and we drew a whole lot out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that. Next is Cosmo. Cosmo's JoJo. It's we went nuts on this dude. Just
his points were terrible.
It's explain yourself, and that's the biggest thing. And then number 1 is the Rise of Bleach. Really? Yes. That is what it is.
Is that the one where we went with the shoe thing?
Yep.
That
I listen to that so much.
It's one of our best bits.
I laugh so hard.
I still laugh. I just go back to it. Number 3 for me. No one understands fate in anime. JoJo's.
Really?
Yeah, that next taco one was infuriating.
You know that was a good.
Number 2 would be power scaling, because his arguments were so.
I figured.
Number 1, DSP.
I didn't want to. You see that DSP is right there. I didn't want to add that because that's so obviously the number 1. That it's just I'm trying to be hey, if somebody wants to listen to Revisit It, listen to these episodes. You're not going to get the DSP.
All right,
stuff.
let's move away from DSP. I'd put Cosmo 3 in and just move everything down. But DSP would number 1 with a bullet.
Yeah, DSP is number 1 for me as well. It's the One Piece syndrome. Watch those episodes; they're really good. The
first
really
2 that come to
them.
mind for me, as far as just my reactions to it. One is the Persona 5 one, just because of it's just an epic saga.
Dude, it's so long.
Journey.
And people have rewatched the entire thing multiple times.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow.
It's 13 hours.
We're drowned.
And then the GT.
GT was really good. DA was so mad.
Isn't that the point? Just sticks with me.
Every Yeah, and he was so mad.
I've fallen off a little bit. Just other things. I need to listen to some of the Bleach ones.
I'll do it. It's Bleach month. You don't need to. You don't need to listen.
The last one we probably one of our best Bleach ones.
Yeah, it's probably one of our best episodes. But then it just falls off the cliff again because he's just going into synopsis endlessly.
It got so bad that I started showing DA Resident Evil. Like while he's just going, I'm just like, hey, look at this.
Did you ever debate that dude again?
Oh, the Bleach dude?
We still need that round 3.
Dude.
I'm telling you, message him. Legit. We need to finish this. I need that up.
We don't need to finish it. That's the
message
point.
him.
I'm being forced to message him.
The thing, like with Watch Dogs, V-Man's like Watch Dogs was the biggest wasted potential game series. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a bad game series. I think it just goes under the radar.
Because the potential was wasted.
I don't know. Just like wasted potential to me means it's bad, and I don't think it's bad.
I don't think so. I think somebody you expect to be a superstar that's just kind of pretty good, that's wasted potential.
But I will say in that genre, because I'd forgotten about this game, but then as I was thinking of the games, play Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is legitimately one of the best Grand Theft Auto-esque games out there.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't get heat.
It is super good. Amazing. It is super good. Amazing. Just like picture Grand Theft Auto, but with like a very robust combat system.
And story.
Yeah. Very, very good.
With a lot less like wacky hijinks that you expect from like a San Andreas or.
Yeah. Anything we are looking forward to this coming year? WandaVision.
Going outside.
Atelier Ryza comes out within the next couple of days. That's gonna be hype.
Yeah, we mentioned it before. New Pokemon Snap, Strikers. I just need
the Mortal Kombat movie.
Any dribble of information about Breath of the Wild 2. We'll see.
I'm excited to hear something about the new Spider-Man they're making.
Yes.
Something solid.
Yeah. New MK movie looks interesting. There's something else that I think I had in my head that I'm not remembering. There's some other game that I got announced, but I can't think of it. Not looking forward to the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action.
It could be fine.
It could be fine.
If the rumors are to be believed, I ain't looking forward to that.
I don't know him, but it could be.
Oh, where they're trying to CW sexy it up.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. If they CW-fy it, yeah, it's a wrap.
Yes. Well, with that, I think we can wrap this up. 2020 had some stuff, but otherwise, moving on.
It's probably one of the worst media years I've ever seen.
What do you expect?
I would call it a polarizing year. Because to me, the highs were really high, but the lows were really low.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, let's face it, the entire first half of the year was complete uncertainty.
And now we're certain we're screwed.
Oh, yeah. 1,000%. 1,000%.
2021, the year of certainty. That we're screwed.
It's the truth, though.
All right. With that, thank everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. Here's to a hopefully much, much better 2021.
Bye, year's open. Later, bitch. Fuck out. Let the door hit you.